They are willing, and that's why I've got to get on through.
Thank you and welcome to Legal Matters. We've got to get on through. Great news for Zambrano carers. Thank you for joining us, Akosia Sapoma. We've got to keep on moving. Keep sharing the program as soon as you join us. Augustina Kingston, good morning to you wherever you are. Share the program for us. One share a day will keep ignorance away. Let's use the next 5 minutes to share the program until we can share no more. Senior William Asari, good morning to you. What's happening at Coventry? All people at Coventry, I say good morning to you. Mr. Alhassan Jerry, good morning to you and thank you for joining us. As soon as you join us, share the program for us. Today I've got a special surprise for you. Oh yes, I've got a special surprise for you. Today at some point of the show, we are going to be joined by Dr. Eugene Dordoye of Ghana Medical School in relation to nurses and healthcare professionals who may want to come and work and live in the United Kingdom. Join us. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tune in, to stay tuned in. Because today, not today, everything that you need to know, we are bringing it to you today, right at your doorstep. Share the program for us. I am sharing. So share for us, people. Because we have to keep on moving. You cannot stop. Yes, today we have a lot coming your way. If you don't listen to this program today, you're gonna miss out a lot. You have a lot to lose today. So all that I say to you is this: share the program, give it to your brother man, send it to your sister, let them tune in, because it's going to be a fantabulous. It's going to be a wicked show. It is going to be fabulous. I don't know what else to say. Justice and law solicitors will bring you the goods. So much is going on, so much changes in the law. And we always believe that through the operation of the law, we can bring you justice. Father PC, thank you for joining us. It's a long time, but like they say, it's very, very, very busy because of the deadline of 30th of June. We all know that 30th of June, settlement scheme, pre-settlement scheme, those who qualify, they must put in their application before the deadline. And as a result, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. When I say crazy, yes, I mean crazy. We have been extremely busy because of the deadlines. Everyone rushing last minute to put in their applications. So if you've called me and you haven't been able to get through to me, do not worry. We will by all means, come back to you in due course. And we will also touch base because, as they say, the deadline is very, very, it is very, very close. It's so near. And as a result, we have to do the best that we can to make sure that those people who are behind are able to, if you like, catch up, or perhaps to be able to, if you like, put in their applications before the deadline. What I will say to you is this, as a preliminary. What I will say to you is this: if you have given your case to a lawyer, a legal advisor, if it's me, whoever it may be, do not sit back and say that I've given it to the lawyer, so I'm going to sleep. Because at the moment, the pressure on lawyers in this country, is unbelievable. And like they say, to err is human, to forgive is divine. But don't sit there for this to happen. If I am doing your case and I have not confirmed to you that your application has been submitted, and it is either a Zambrano case, settlement scheme, or pre-settlement scheme, please continue to call and give me pressure until you get the confirmation that your application has been submitted. Because it's very, very easy sometimes for lawyers at this last minute rush hour to overlook things. It can happen to anyone. So in order to secure your interest, in order to make sure that your application has really and truly been put through, I would say pressure the lawyer. If it's me, don't give me peace until the 30th. Today's date is 26th. So that means we only have 4 days to go. And that means 4 days from today is Saturday, 26th, 30th of June is coming to an end. And from my rough calculation, today is 26th, 27th is Sunday, 28th is Monday, 29th Tuesday, and 30th Wednesday, the D-Day. If you don't put in your application before that day, then I am afraid you are going to have a bit of difficulties. Whilst the Home Office, as we know, they've come up with a guidance relating to late applications. Yes, in some cases, it may be possible to put in late applications for settlement or pre-settlement scheme. But please do not count on it. Why am I saying that? Because it comes with conditions. And if time permits today, I will go through those conditions in order for you to be able to submit in late applications. Like they always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Every day, the bucket goes to the well. But one day, the bottom will drop out. Or one day, the bottom will drop off. So do not take unnecessary risk. If the application can be put in today, then please do the best that you can and put in the application before the deadline. Someone has just sent me a text message. Said, lawyer, but these days the applications are taking too long. Yes, I can sympathize with you. That yes, the applications are taking too long. But we also need to realize that with the Home Office, at the moment, for the past 2 weeks, they are receiving 10,000 applications per day. 10,000 applications per day. So you also need to understand from their point of view. Someone is asking, sir, what's your WhatsApp number? Our WhatsApp number, you can see it on the screen. And the number is 07538 969 589. and the country code is 0044. That is the United Kingdom. So let me just put that on the screen for you. Maybe this is the first time that someone is watching us, or perhaps listening to us. Then the person will have all the information that they need. So thank you very much, Mr. John Sentamu, for asking this question. Someone is calling me. Unfortunately, we have not activated the telephone lines yet, and therefore we will be unable to take phone calls at the moment. So please bear with us. Once we open the phone lines, if you have any question, then you by all means you can then call in at the right time. If not, and I start answering questions, it's simply going to mess up the program, and we don't want that either. Someone is also asked for our email address. I will put that there for you. But if you go to Justice and Law Solicitors, our website, all the information that you are asking, you should be able to get it from our website. All the same, I will do the best that I can, put the website on the comment section, so that you will all be able to, if you like, get the information that you are seeking. So bear with us whilst I try to sort this out for people. The number, like I said, is 0044 7538 969 589. So you start with the country code, which is 0044, and then you follow it up with 7538 969 589. That is the number, if you like. So that is how it is. The website address is you go to Justice and Law Solicitors website, which is www.justiceandlawsolicitors.com. If you want more information, just go to our website. You should be able to get everything that you are looking for. All the same, to make it very simple for everybody, I have also put that out there. Today we will have a brief conversation with Dr. Eugene Dordoye, Ghana Medical School, a doctor. So medical doctor, you know, not just a book doctor. He is a medical doctor. He's going to join us at some point, just for a brief conversation. And at the appropriate time, we are going to do a big show in relation to nurses and healthcare professionals who would like to come to the UK to practice, you know, as a nurse or a healthcare professional. From the beginning, from job search, from preparing CV, preparing for the IELTS test. This is something that a lot of people have complained about. A lot of people come to me, oh, lawyer, the test is so difficult. I wasn't able to get the appropriate level, and therefore I cannot put in the application. I was just having a quick, you know, a conversation. I just had a quick a conversation with Dr. Dordoye, and some of the simple things that he pointed out, and it's common mistakes that people make when they are sitting there the IELTS test. Some people call it IELTS, some people say IELTS test. I don't care what you call it, but all that I know is that you have to pass the English test. As a common man, that is what I will say. Because in order for you to come to the UK to work, you have to be able to speak the language, which is English. You have to be able to write it. You have to be able to listen to it. You have to be able to speak it, you know, and you have to be able to, it's writing, written, spoken, and what's the other one? I can't remember. But it's 4 components that you need to do in order for you to get the appropriate level of English to come to the UK to work. So we will have a brief conversation with Doctor this afternoon. Like I said, if you've just tuned in, share the program to your loved ones so that they can also benefit from the program. And as we are speaking, I want to take this opportunity to share the program, because sometimes some people struggle to get the link in order to watch the program. And I've got about 5,000 people on one of my pages. So I'm gonna play this song, and I will use this opportunity to share the program to those people so that they can join us at the right time, so that they can also benefit from today's program. And today's program, today, I am going to dedicate this program to Zambrano carers, following the case of Akinsanya, and the Home Office consent order and recent development. Zambrano, as we all know, since 2016, there has been so many changes. And last week, like I was saying, two of my clients that comes to mind, that, you know, there was a time that being on the Zambrano application wasn't a good idea. And as a result, I had to advise them wholeheartedly, with good intentions, with good heart, to switch from Zambrano to human rights application. As a good lawyer, and having, you know, the interest of my clients at my heart, I put my clients first before anything else. I did advise at least two of my clients that the Zambrano application, as the law currently stands, does not lead to permanent residency or indefinite leave to remain. And therefore, the sensible thing to do was to do what? Was to switch from Zambrano to human rights application under Article 8 of the European Convention of Human Rights, and also under Appendix FM of the Immigration Rules. At least with that one, you know that after 10 years, you do what? You get your indefinite. Because at the end of the day, once you start a journey, you start thinking about the destination. You cannot start a journey not knowing where you are going to end. So at that time, it was the right thing to do. And I switched at least two of my clients that I can remember. I switched them from Zambrano to human rights, with the belief that that was the right thing to do. And in fact, it was the right thing to do. So it wasn't these clients who actually did it. The name of Akinsanya also did the same thing. And in fact, in her case, she was advised by the Home Office to do that, which she did, because it was the right thing to do. And Lawyer Darko, my hands up, I did it for my clients as well. But then again, through the changes in the law changed. All of a sudden, something that was a good idea was no longer a good idea, because following the referendum, Theresa May changed the laws again to say that if you are a Zambrano carer, from Zambrano applications or visas not leading to indefinite, all of a sudden overnight it has changed to the point that it can lead to indefinite. So that means those people who switched to Appendix FM or 250, bars 250, all of a sudden they were stuck in the middle. You know, and I have always said to myself, you know, that this may not be a good idea. You know, switching now is not a good idea. And in fact, because of the Zambrano application, you don't pay money. During the height of the lockdown, back in March last year, a lot of people, instead of just following their 2.5 years, all of a sudden started doing Zambrano applications because it was cheap and there's no Home Office fees to be paid. So they did the applications, and Home Office, guess what? Reviews their applications. And in fact, some people have lost their jobs because of that. Because at that time, it was not a sensible thing to do. It was not a good thing to do. And therefore, those people have lost their visas and they have lost their right to work and remain in the UK. And they have to go back, and they have gone back to reapply for another 2.5 years again, in which they have been granted. But as we all know, Zambrano application mainly is for those people who are the primary carers or sole carers of a British child, and in some cases, European child living in the UK. If you are a sole carer or a primary carer of a British child, and then if you can prove to the Home Office and you don't have any other stay, then of course, before the case of Akinsanya, that was the legal position. But Akinsanya, just this June, has turned everything down again. And this is where people get confused. So if Lawyer Darko, 2 years ago, I was telling you, or you have listened to some of my tapes, and I was telling you that swap from Zambrano to human rights application, it was the right advice at the time. Following the referendum in 2016 and following the implementation of Appendix EU of the immigration rules, where Theresa May said no, from now on, if you are holding Zambrano visa, you can get indefinite. All of a sudden, the right advice became not so much right advice. And now, there has been further changes. So that is exactly that we are going to be talking about today. And it's a good news because those two clients that were caught in that situation, fire baby, call your mother to call me straight away, because I know every Saturday, you say, if I don't listen to uncle, my day is not fulfilled. May the anointing of Jah be upon you. If I don't listen to uncle, my Saturday is not fulfilled. I have been inspired by a 10-year-old and his sayings. So today, I would say there is a good news. But it's also important that you understand what is happening. The good news comes with caution. So I'm going to take my time and explain to you the good news and the caution. Because if you're not careful, some people will be caught by something that is lurking behind this good news. So it is very, very important that what I'm going to say, you pay attention to it. Because if you don't pay attention to it, brothers, sisters, you may end up making a big mistake. So it is important that you pay attention to every point that I make. Because if you do so, then I think it will help you. So baby fire baby, get your mother to call me and get your mother to be on my back until Wednesday when I put in the application for her. Disturb me, give me headache, make sure that I do your application. That's all that I will say. If your case is not with me, if you are not coming to me, whoever that you go to, make sure that you pressure the person until your application is done. Because after Wednesday, the D-Day, 30th of June, that is it. In most of the cases. Because I've heard some people also going around telling people that there's going to be 6 months extension to settlement scheme and pre-settlement scheme. I have not heard that. I have looked and looked. I can't find it anywhere. So please do not get yourself confused with settlement scheme and pre-settlement scheme and Zambrano carers and settlement scheme. The announcement that has been made, that is not even 6 months. It says that they're going to give people roughly about 6 weeks or 6 months to put in their application from the date that the Home Office do what? Implement and publish their guidelines following the case of Akinsanya for the Zambrano carers to put in their application. So if you're not a Zambrano carer, do not worry about any possible extension. Just be in your lane. That is what I say to you. Don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to what people are saying too much. Be very, very careful who you listen to. Because if you're not careful, you're going to end up making a mistake. So all that I say to you is this. I'm going to take this opportunity to do what? I'm going to take this opportunity to play one song and then share the program to all those people on my page. And then we can then continue the program. Today, I will also take this opportunity to talk about internet that people are using in a way to, to screw people in, to confuse people, and also to get people into trouble. Some cases have come before me that people are on the internet minding their own business. Someone will say some people approached them through the internet, started talking dirty to them. When I say dirty, basically throwing themselves at them through the internet. You have to be very, very careful, because internet, people can be whoever they want to be. For example, last week I have some idiot, commenting stupidity on my page, and I banned the person that, what, I don't want this negative energy. For that reason, I'm going to ban you. I banned the person. I've got the person's IP address. The person is got no shame. I banned the person from listening to this program. Right now, as I speak, I have been told the person has come to this program again. But you are forgetting, you are not clever, because the same IP address. And if I want to trace you, I can track you easily. And I'm telling you, the newspapers that you called racist, watch out, because they will be on your back. You are backing at the wrong tree. Me lawyer Darko, I'm a quiet person now. If you don't bring it to the fold, I relax. But if you bring it to me, believe me, I will match you boot for boot. You know who you are. I ban you from my page. You have come here with the same IP address with different name. This show too, you are banned. I'm telling you, leave this page, because people who are here are people who want to learn something positive. We don't want any negativity, and we don't want any stupidity. People who come here are intelligent people. Don't come with your negativity to disturb us and our peace. We want to learn. That's why we are here. Your IP address, I've got it. And if that foolishness continues, I'll report you to the police. So don't come to my page and make ridiculous comments with your funny name that you have put on yourself. You're on Facebook, you can be Humpty Dumpty. Lawyer Darko, I don't give a toss. If you bring it, I will bring it. Believe in me. Patapa Puto, you're the bro. When you're clever, you're using the same IP address. If you saw you're smart. So watch out. Don't bring it to me. For me, I don't tolerate nonsense. So that's what I will say. You leave the page, that's what I ask you to do. Because I don't want negativity. All right? We are here to promote positivity. We are here to educate people. We want to make positive change in people's lives. So why don't you just sit in your corner with your sad life and leave people who want to learn alone? I will not mention your name to give you publicity and the attention that you seek. You are sad. Get a life. Now let's move on to the program. You bring it and you will see. You think I'm a gentleman? Lawyer Darko, I'm a gentleman, but trust me, don't try me. You try me, you will fall. Holy Ghost fire will burn you. Trust me. I will fight you in spirit, and I will fight you physically and through the court of law. Me don't come to fight against flesh and blood. I come to fight against spiritual wickedness in higher places. We're going to hunt you down in the spiritual realm. Watch out. Thou shalt not touch the anointed one does not mean it's the person who only read the Bible. I am blessed beyond imagination. Go away with your hatred, you devil, and get away from my page. We don't want to see you here. For the same IP address, I have been told. If you come back, don't come and disturb our peace. Because if you do, I will curse you. And believe in me, when I curse you, it's going to hit you like hellfire. So don't come to my page and joke, because we are serious here. We want to help people. And when you say we want to help people, in a positive way. So then come to me with your negative ways. Because I want to make positive in people's lives. So today, all that I say is this. We are going to do the best that we can. And we are going to be positive. Positive day, positive vibes. We are going to make difference in people's lives. Over 10 years, we are making differences in people's lives. And through the Spirit of the Most High, a lot of people are blessed and their houses is full of joy. You cannot come and destroy you. You cannot come and mess about. Not on this page. Never, not I, as far as I continue to live. That's what I'm going to say for now. Let's go to the program. And this is just, I would say, this is just a friendly advice to you. Now, let's go to the program. Let's play this song. Let's share the program. And when we come back, like I say, we will have a word with Dr. Eugene Dordoye of Ghana Medical School in relation to nurses who wants to come here. Today is going to be an interesting program. It's going to be a blast, and you stay tuned. You are going to be blessed today with what we are bringing you today. Let's just take this tune. I want to share the program so that people can enjoy and be able to watch the program as well. And that devil that came to my page to fool about, this song was for you. Wasi nyankopon ebe ye free adumu ako adumu. Wati upe umpo, who God bless, no one cares. I have a purpose in this life. Nyankopon would matter as for a purpose. And nobody can stop the will of God. You know, nobody can stop the will of God. Sometimes I know feel say like Darko me quiet. Me quiet is how me nyemre wati me nye bayra abrewajo me din say obo winima. Spiritually you try me, I will finish you. Physically you try me, I will conquer you. You know, come to the Lord too and you'll be defeated. Don't joke with me. Ati, well the way there, just a friendly advice to you. So don't fool. Go somewhere and fool, not on my page. If you come and you make disparaging comments, stupid comments, we will simply just block you. You come with 10 different names, we will block you. Me, I don't fear no wheat and I don't tolerate nonsense. So don't come to my page with your non-cyclical, you know? Don't come in full in my page. Yeni abre pa, what's it? Advice I hear, no? Yeni abre. And you know, say unishiya, like they say, if you have nothing to do, don't do it here. Unishiya, me no wati. And you know, sana eti. And you know, whatever. I will ignore the person cry, but sometimes you know, said you so be you concert now. One man who ni Jimmy unsi nyansa. And you know, sorry for my chosen words, but so be Jimmy na we Jimmy. We have to teach the person say we Jimmy unsi nyansa. Sana sometimes na eti. Me la Darko one me come men count. But be come there and ye will be say yes. I will put the gentility aside. You know, be called boot for boot. I'm telling you. Me nyemresa wati me di so bo. Obi a watry ahwe and kubusa no. Me fire up mo say me fire wati. Man so de ya bititwi bitimpenisem. Don't come and fool about. And the crowd here just a comedy and I'm a diama. I don't who baby man na beti. Me ba one day me do a thing for 2 hours. We shall be away pretty on. And sanity, don't come to my page and mess about. It's a warning to you. Omo ba nyina no said you enyansa for ne ba beti enyansa sem. It is where Jimmy after Jimmy call. What's it? Don't come and fool about at this page. That's how it is anyway. Don't let me give that person any more attention. Let's go to the program and bring the program to people for people to enjoy and learn something better that can improve their lives and also the lives of their family members. So that is what we're gonna do. All that I can say now is this. There isn't enough time. Let's share the program. Please do the best that you can. Sometimes people say that they did not get the program, which is also a bit difficult for me. Time is flying, and at the same time I want to start the program, at the same time I want to share the program, and it's making it a bit difficult. But let's start the program. I don't know whether to say it in Twi, to speak it in Twi, or to speak it in English. I'm not so sure. But I will do the best that I can and basically mix it up a bit so that we can all benefit from it. Now, the program or the topic today is about Zambrano carers and following the case of Akinsanya. What is happening? A lot of audios are being flyed about where people are being encouraged to put in Zambrano application under appendix EU of the immigration rules. Now, let's go back to the law and to the history of Zambrano. The history of Zambrano, basically Zambrano, the principles of Zambrano, this is a case that came before the European court. A case came before the European court. And what the court concluded was that if a third country national is living within the union And the third country national is a carer of a union citizen, which in this case, the European Union, consisting of, Great Britain was part of the Union until we came out of the European Union, finally, on 31st of December, 2020. UK, if you like, adopted the European law by incorporating the European law into domestic law by way of Appendix EU of the immigration rules. Having said that, then there was a confusion as to what the legal position is. Especially now we've come out. Some people applied for derivative right, aka Zambrano application. And those people who had Zambrano visas, which was issued for 5 years, those visas, there were conditions attached to those visas. One of the conditions was that it will never lead to indefinite leave. This is what the policy said. On top of that, individuals were not allowed public funds. So, these two conditions, for me, was difficult to swallow to a lot of people. So what then happened? This became a bit of a problem. So, at that stage, a lot of lawyers, including myself, we decided to advise our clients to switch from Zambrano visas, which is the derivative right visas, to human right visas 2.5 years. Not only that, with the Zambrano visa, since you don't have the right to public funds, you could not even apply for the restrictions to be removed unless you swap the visa from Zambrano visa, which is derivative right visa, to human right visa 2.5 years, and then you would then apply for the restriction to be removed, no recourse to public funds. And as a result, I, for one, I did advise my clients to do that, because at the time, that was the right thing to do before the elections. That was the right thing to do. So came the referendum. The referendum. We voted to come out. There was a policy change. And all of a sudden, we were told, or the policy was that, if you have a Zambrano visa, all of a sudden, you could apply for indefinite. So all this confusion led to someone by the name of Akinsanya. This is a lady with 4 children. His first child became British at the age of 10. We all know the 10-year policy in terms of naturalization. So what then happened? She applied for derivative rights that was granted. When she tried to apply for benefits, they said no, you are not allowed public funds. So she was then advised by the Home Office, if you want public funds, then you have to swap your visa to human right visa, 2.5 years visa, and then apply for recourse to public funds. So she did that. That was fine. And then she attempted to make an application for indefinite leave under settlement scheme. The application was refused. And then the case ended up through the court process. So Moistin J, in his ruling, said that the immigration rules, or the Appendix FM of the immigration rules, part of it was illegal, was unlawful. And as a result, Home Office needs to change their policy in their guidelines. So because of that, it has raised hope for thousands of people around the country. As we know, if you are a primary carer of a British child, that means there is a possibility that you could make an application following the case of Akinsanya for a derivative right visa, i.e. either for indefinite leave or 5 years visa under Appendix EU of the immigration rules. So instead of the derivative right visa, you will be given appendix you'll be given settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme visa instead, under the principles of Zambrano. Now let's look at the rules very, very carefully, and I'm going to show you, hopefully you can see. Under the current rules, under Annex 1 of Appendix EU of the immigration rules, let's see, hopefully, I hope we can see it. Okay, let's look at the B where I have just ticked here, where my hand is. I hope you can read it. On your screen, it may look like D, but it's B. Let me just read it. What it says is that this is the definition of those people who can apply for, or who qualifies under the Zambrano right to reside. Let's look at the criteria, and then after that I will take my time and explain. A person who has satisfied the Secretary of State, including, where applicable in brackets, by the required evidence of family relationship, that by the specified date they are, and for the relevant period, have been, or as the case may be, for the relevant period in which they rely on having been a person with a Zambrano right to reside, before they then become a person who had a derivative or Zambrano right to reside, they were a resident for a continuous qualifying period in the UK with a derivative right to reside by virtue of Regulation 16(1) of the EEA regulations, by satisfying 1. the criterion in paragraph 1A of that regulation, and the criteria in paragraph 5 of the Regulation 16 of the EEA regulations, or paragraph 6 of that regulation, where that person's primary carer is, or as the case may be, was entitled to a derivative right to reside in the UK under paragraph 5, regardless where the person was previously granted limited leave to enter or remain under paragraph EU3 of the appendix as a person with a Zambrano right to reside and was under the age of 18 years at the date of the application for that leave, of whether, in respect of the criterion in Regulation 16(6)A of the EEA regulations, they are, or as the case may be, were under the age of 18 years, and everything I've said doesn't matter. What matters is this particular point, and without leave to enter or remain in the UK, unless this was granted under this appendix. So all that gibberish, all that it means is as follows. Under the current rules, if you have leave to remain or leave to enter under any other category, either under Appendix FM of the immigration rules, under asylum, under student route, under any other category, apart from being granted under Zambrano visas, then you cannot make an application for settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme under Appendix EU of the immigration rules. So all that is saying is this: in order for you to be able to make an application under Appendix EU of the immigration rules for settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme, you must have been granted a visa under the old rules and the EEA regulations as a Zambrano carer, or you must have been granted a visa under the Appendix EU of the immigration rules. So therefore, if you don't hold such visa, you cannot apply for settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme under Appendix FM, under Appendix EU of the immigration rules. So this means even if you had a Zambrano visa and you swap to human right visa, you are excluded from making an application under settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme. So this caused a lot of confusion, a lot of headache for me. I've been thinking about this for about 6 months. You know, I was thinking, what is it that we need to do in order to secure the interest of some of our clients? It was challenging times, and we've been thinking about it for so long, and we have been looking for a way for people. So Akinsanya has come as a blessing. It's a case that has come at the right time, but unfortunately, the time limit for making this application is also very, very limited. And therefore, all that I say is this: you have to be fast. If you qualify under what I'm going to be talking about, then you need to get in touch with your lawyers. If you want to get in touch with Justice and Law, you are free to do so. Get in touch with us, and we will do the best that we can to assist you in the best possible way that we can. It's not easy at the moment. It's very, very tough at the moment because of, the deadlines and the last minute rush. People are rushing us off our feet. A lot of people are trying to get in touch. It's been almost impossible. People are trying to contact me. It's been impossible for them to get hold of me because of the deadlines that I have before me, and because of what I need to do before the 30th. So bear with me if you're calling me and you cannot get me. That is the reason. It's just been crazy. It's been proper crazy. I don't know what words to use to describe the last minute rush and the mad rush that is happening. So by all means, bear with us. So the Lord made it very, very clear. Akinsanya said, no. I don't understand this. I'm going to fight this case. To Akinsanya, what Akinsanya has done is to appeal against the decision. And before Moistin J made it very, very clear. If you look at the Annex 1 of Appendix EU to the immigration rules, little b, persons under persons with a Zambrano right to reside, the judge has made it very, very clear that that b is unlawful, is illegal, because you cannot punish someone. The Zambrano policy is not for that purpose. You cannot stop someone from making the application just by the fact that they have another visa under another route. So Akinsanya, the brave woman, she took them on, and basically Home Office have backed off. However, the judge made it very, very clear that they cannot do that. That is against the spirit and the principles of the Zambrano policy. So what the Home Office are now doing is that they have agreed, and they have told, they have agreed a consent order. They have agreed to a consent order, and they have told Madam Akinsanya to withdraw the case, and that they are going to revive, or they are going to reconsider the policy and taking into account the judge's recommendation. I will come to the judge's recommendation and also the consent order, what the Home Office have agreed to do, which I think is a good news for a lot of our people. So bear with me. I will jump. We're going to speak to Dr. Eugene briefly, and then once we finish speaking to him, I will then come back to Zambrano case, and then we will continue the program. Do not worry, I will come back to you. It's just that I have to work with time. He's a very, very busy man, and he has agreed to talk to me this afternoon to give people hope, especially those who would also want to come to the UK to also to do what? to work as a healthcare professionals and also as a nurse in the UK. So I will say to you, if you are watching the program, please do the best that you can and share the program. People are calling me from every angle, telling me that they cannot find the program, they cannot see the program. I don't know why sometimes it happens that way. But please do the best that you can. As you are sharing the program for me, I'll be able to concentrate on the program and do the program, because I'm getting a lot of phone calls as I speak. And sometimes it's difficult that you are trying to do the program, you are getting phone calls, and it's so difficult to try and multitask. And as we all know, I will not speak for all men, but generally, it is believed that men are not very good in doing multitasking. So forgive me if I am struggling a bit to try to do everything at the same time. Bear with me whilst I do the best that I can and share the program as much as I can. Because if you also do the best that you can and you share the program for me, you are helping me a big time. But I don't want to take doctor's time too much. So I'm going to call him. Today he's going to be on the phone. We're going to speak to him on the phone. And what I will then do, we will do a special program on this nursing stuff so that people will get the full understanding from the recruitment. Today I will talk to him about small common mistakes that people do when they are doing the IELTS test, and just a brief introduction. And like I said, appropriate time, I will bring him here and we will then have a good discussion and how we can help people. Like I said, our job is to help people, and so that's what we're gonna do. And through the Spirit of the Most High, over the years, God has used me as a vessel to bring joy to people's houses, and it's my calling. It's something that I'm gonna do. I did not set out to be a lawyer. That was the last thing on my mind. In fact, I didn't want to be a lawyer, but that is the way it is. I've ended up being a lawyer. So today, we will welcome Dr. Eugene Dordoye. He's just joined us, and with a brief introduction, Dr. Dordoye is my classmate. I've known him since 1987, 1988, thereabout. And I will say that very, very talented man. Even from school, you could just see that naturally, he's got a talent. Maybe I'm your bulldozer, yeah, the force that is here, but will be on my what we say, Yankopon, the channel. Ain't no areas in the sanity, Ubu Yankopon, the gift to be a channel. Hey, you can hate him all that you want. And so switch you with time. I didn't Yankopon, the channel. Hey, which mean Jim Freeman, some more da. Tin and penny for can be say, Ubetini at time, or Kodru. And so Nimrike to a dear, which you with time, and what dear, you will bow. Sana etie. And today, I am privileged, and I'm honored to introduce to you Dr. Eugene Dordoye. And I am proud to say my classmate. It's not everyone, it's not anybody that can say, oh, I have a classmate that is a doctor. You see, so when you see someone around you prospering, getting somewhere, push the person, help the person, because a time will come that you can stand up and say, yeah, my chest out, this guy is my classmate. I am not boasting, and I'm not riding from coast to coast. I'm just proud and happy to be able to link up with him again. This is the first time I've heard his voice for over nearly getting to 28 years now. So I am pleased. I am happy today. And I'm glad that when he heard me doing the program, so, oh, David, you know what? Maybe we can also get involved and help our people. This is the type of person that you should be around. Someone who wants to make difference in people's lives. Someone who wants to bring about a positive change. Not them people with negative thoughts and negativities. Like I say, we come to conquer. We don't come to bow. I welcome to you, Dr. Eugene Dordoye. Hello, doctor. Good morning.
Hello, Lawyer Darko.
Is it a boxing announcer? But also, Momo Diane, a natural. Meme no, not a force. Meme near ding, and no doubt. Because what Dakra knew was a question that you were able to answer. Meme Damada. You see, and you know, you are naturally talented. That one, there no doubt. Anyone that you know who doesn't say that is either jealous of you or the person is mad. That is the only two things that I can say. Because life, everyone has got their own what do you call it? Talent, characteristics, their own personality. Everyone is different. Some people naturally, they've got certain gifts. You cannot take it away from them. And you are one of those people. And to me, I'm glad that I've got to know you. And I'm glad that you were able to pick up the phone and say, hey, David, I heard you talking about this. I can also help. Not everyone wants to do that. Some people, when God helped them and they get to certain positions, they look down upon people. They show no respect to anyone. But you are humble, like I am. You know, and all that I say is humility, is key. It's very, very important that you are humble.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Darko.
And to be honest, I can stand anywhere and say, hey, he's my classmate. I can boast, with no shame. And I'm glad that you also pick up the mantle to join us today. Uncle Bukrank, your friend, on my busy. Oh, my busy, don't disturb me. But my friend Wano, you have welcomed me with your open hands. May the God Almighty bless you for that. So, Dr. Eugene, I don't know. I sometimes brofono. I am a young crow for a higher junior kakra. Obi or cry so. That's right. Mate, and Obi on my Abia Owonia. Obetimi abuano. But you can't go for one thing. I know the information I come in Uniano. It's a high junior kakra.
I mean, I'll largely try to combine, if where the tree is necessary, I'll stick the tree and all that. I mean, I stick by the tree. And I'm very glad that you mentioned where the two of us are coming from.
That's right.
The challenge is that we have been able to break through the glass ceiling.
That's right.
And we don't see why others cannot, or why others should not be helped to also break through.
That's right.
I mean, it doesn't matter your background, okay? Like I said, any success is not made for particular people.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we all need to understand is success is a behavior. And we say in Akan that,
that's right.
So we are all giants because we are thrown on the shoulder of giants. So you are doing a marvelous work. I mean, immigration has made a mess of some people's lives and visas and all that. And the last episode I listened to about the marriage aspect. I am a psychiatrist in Ghana, and so the marriage part, I mean, kind of touched me because whatever we are as a society, the family is the building block, is the smallest functional unit of any society. So we want to build families, and families are not built because you travel to the UK. Ghana has dysfunctional families. They bring you on Ghana. Do you understand? So that point you made very well about the fact that it's not the UK system that break up marriages and families. It's rather what we fail to learn, that things are not the same in Africa or Ghana as we have in the UK. It's also a different system. It's a different culture. You have to learn and live with that culture. Even in mental health, we have something called culture shock. It's a mental condition where you move to a different culture the way they do things alone, it can give you some form of depression. And that is called a culture shock. So many of our people get to the UK, go outside Australia, US, and then when they suffer the culture shock, the consequences are the breakdown in marriages and families. Because nobody helped them through to manage that cultural dynamics, which is different from the one they grew up in. You don't grow up in one culture and expect to manage in a different culture the same way you were doing in the one you were brought up in. So, in fact, you are doing a showman's job, and God bless you for that. But this is very difficult.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Why I really was interested in this. I mean, I think we are doing so well as a country in Ghana, producing a plethora of health workers. We have a lot more health workers who are very resourceful, which unfortunately our government is not even able to employ all of them, and yet we keep training more. So some of them obviously have relatives abroad and they want to join them. And unfortunately, some people take advantage of them, and they either end up with the wrong visa, they end up with the wrong agency, and they cannot leave the agency, they are underpaid, and all those things. So when you are trying to help our people to come there and get the best from the system, obviously, I said they are offering their penny piano.
That's right.
So, offering their part, they are essentially our piano. Unfortunately, one of the things that kind of hamper our people in getting out there, the English exam. So, which mean why we don't tell our people. Because most of us who have education in Ghana, we schooled in English. We wrote English for all the examination that we did. But it's largely because of we meet the requirements of the test. And that is why we fail. So, and that is quite unfortunate. The test is about 1,700 cities in Ghana. I don't want to mention it in pounds because all those in the UK probably do not write English exam. I'm talking about people from Ghana moving there. Or 170 million old Ghana cities. And you write this exam and you fail, you have to write again. But this is an exam that nobody who has had training to the tertiary level should ever fail. So we say that nobody plans to fail, but the perfect plan of failure is failure to plan. Okay? So our people don't plan for the exam, and therefore they have a perfect plan for failure. When you plan for the exam, you can pass easily. And the planning will include the Ubi soul, but access for say, oh, we need here in the exam. Then when you go in, it becomes very easy. Maybe let's talk a bit of the exam, the English exam, for instance. It's just about 2 hours, 45 minutes exam. And largely they have only 4 parts about that. So the 4 parts, they have the speaking, the writing, the reading, and the listening. So, I mean, the listening and the speaking are about the same for everyone. And speaking, so you do the listening, the reading, and the writing on one day. And you do the speaking up to 1 week before or 1 week after the other test. So the speaking one, that was always done on a different day, and you have the magnitude to do it a week before or after the other test. And sometimes our people go for the wrong exam. You see, there are 2 sides of the English test. They have the one for general training, they have the one for academic. So if you are coming to work, you don't go for the academic one. The academic one is those who are going to school. So if I'm coming for graduate studies, I do the academic. That one, they are assessing my ability to write academic literature. The other one, they are looking at my ability to live and work in a native English-speaking community. So that is different. And people should know which of these they are going for, And when we are looking at usually what our people don't do well is the speaking and the listening. Few people have challenges with the writing, but the writing and the speaking, they are about the same thing. So what people don't realize is that they are not necessarily marking herself what's a profile. And yet, I mean, if a few vocabulary, that's what wouldn't be famous. But the problem is that if you go and use a big word, and the big word is not used appropriately, what we call malappropriate. It's malappropriate use of the English word, then you lose mark. So there's no need necessarily to look for a word to go and use, and no name also. All that we are trying to say, or maybe after the class, let me explain what language basically is. Language is just a medium to express your thoughts. So the way you are thinking, you just want to understand the way you are thinking. So you use a medium, which is language. So that can be either in writing or in speaking or even in sign language to express your thoughts. So what they are said for the English is your line of thinking, the stream of thought, whether you can express your thoughts. And you say, oh, Kasa, no, I break it, Kasa, no, I break it. And then you say, you don't have the words now, like the
you are not flowing.
You don't go and look for words, big words, you are when you are here.
Yeah.
Now, who can be?
They say that means that the person is not flowing.
Yes. So if you are not flowing, it somehow also means your thoughts are not flowing. And some of the way the thoughts are not flowing, it's not that the thoughts are not flowing. A Ghanaian cultural thing, which we all forget. So, because in Ghana, means you are not communicating at all. What the winning part? Then you answer, is there any human being in the house? Nobody. You can't say that in English. It has no meaning. The words like me, Kwama, are going to come. And there's one thing about Ghana for we repeat questions before answering. Where is your mother? My mother. I mean, why do you repeat what I have asked? And even in the system, you are allowed about a minute to organize your thoughts. Okay, so all that they are looking for is the flow of thought. So when you organize your thoughts, you're organizing the way I make once a month. Okay, I'll talk about the speaking first, the listening second, the writing third, then the reading last. So see, that one is the best for me, my thought on which one I will say first. And to make kasa, that's okay. First, you talk about there will be a listening part. Secondly, there will be the reading part. The next one will be that, and finally, so you don't necessarily have to go and say first, second, third, fourth, or fourthly, or thirdly. So, firstly, in language, if you repeat some adverbs, we think you are lying or you don't understand what you are saying. It's because the marking, frankly speaking, or to tell you the truth, honestly speaking, so once I use these phrases, it means all the things I was saying earlier, they were not honest. Mm-hmm. They were not truthful. Yeah. They were not frank. Mm-hmm. So you are telling me the truth. You didn't tell me, I was just lying to you. And see, we should avoid those words that don't make any meaning. Mm-hmm. And some of us try to, because we try to have their accent. There is no way with they have their accent. You always have an African accent. Like we say, they're thinking and thinking. There's no word like thinking. It's a thing. We don't have that. They know we have those challenges. So speak. There are words you must speak so that your listener does not have to strain their ears to understand you. You must know some of these words. I mean, how you should mention them and how you should. For instance, the letter U in English, it usually goes with, up, like cow, back. A few words that is U like poop, it's pronounced poop. But mostly it's not like that. It is when you talk about there's a muscle in our cheek called the vaccinator muscle. We have become musculator. They will be thinking what word we are talking about. Yeah. Because you can't use it as musculator, it's vaccinator. So some of these things, can these words? Not that they don't make meaning. It's like one type of. Mm-hmm. And I was saying words being so and your grammar English, but and your profile. Words be like provision. Provision. I went to buy provision for my kiosk. You mean what that means in English. So you went to buy some groceries for your shop. Because you are a shop owner, you run a shop. And the shops are not stores. What we call a store a shop in Ghana is called a store. But they are not stores. Look at store, it's where you see things. So you must know these nuances between words. You should be able to play around words and know that some of the words, they are Ghana English, which they are not necessarily English for everywhere. Yeah. And then you don't use them as if those are English words. But once you use those words, the person who speaks English does not understand them. But it makes no meaning for them at all. I don't know whether you know about what we call soda. You should know. Ghana.
That's right.
Minerals.
Mm-hmm.
Minerals.
Yeah.
Minerals are oxide, gold, diamond, and stuff like that. So if you want a soft drink, you say so. If you want a non-alcoholic drink, you say so. I think you wanted to buy minerals. You send it to a good man. You can buy minerals.
That's right.
So it is not a difficult exam. It's just some few techniques that our people need to understand. A few guidance our people need. And that's what I mean by if you don't plan, then you're actually planning to fail.
That's right.
Fail. Mm-hmm. But failure to plan is the perfect plan for failure. So, yes, some of us are around. I am in Ghana. We can also do online. We're in the UK. We can help people. Just register. We help you. And then life becomes that simple. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Oh, no. But we still get our people always having challenges with very simple things. And some of them knows how many times, and you pay so much just for something that you already know. And then because we pay for this exam, and all that we needed was just something small, some guidance that will tell you that this is how to do it. The online ones that we have that people tend to subscribe to, okay, they are good, but they don't know our background. So they don't know the culture. It is only those of us who have traveled and been in both cultures who know that, oh, okay, these things that we thought was English, or these things that we thought were English words, are really not. These words that we thought were pronounced this way are not actually this way. So when you use an online trainer who has not been in your culture before, the person will not be able to guide you as to what makes us get it wrong, what usually will fail us. So the best option is to have somebody from your culture who has also experienced the other culture, who then guide you on what to say. Like I keep saying, we are not dumb, but in Ghana, the Lima phone number, you have to repeat it. But actually, people repeat the phone number. You think I'm dumb? You know, because they expect that don't come back when I told you.
Yes.
0244 0244 4444 5555. Then the other challenge we have is the description, which and also is very interesting because in Ghana we don't describe things. That is not a description at all. Without the mention of somebody we have met them, we want to know where they come from. We'll be true. Next, there. Oh, when you get to this junction, go straight, and straight. That is not from because all the bad people, so you want to what they're saying. We do just in straight and straight. So we have to do that. Oh, when you get to the junction, you have to take a left hand. Even in Ghana, so people to say, no, what does oh, Faha. I mean, Fahano, pass this side, there is. So go take a left turn at the third junction. You meet a J junction, you meet a Y junction, you meet a T junction, a cross junction, and this, I believe, for example, is in the north of Accra. So you can't know what it's really a sort of area. You should know a map. When it's about in Accra, for instance, where we have Masahi and all stations, those are in the south of Accra, okay? And when you listen towards Aplao and all that, that is the southeast most part of Accra and of Ghana. And many people don't even realize that the most eastern part of Ghana is Volta region, not eastern region. And central region is nowhere near the center of Ghana. It's nowhere near central Ghana. In fact, central Ghana may be somewhere Kumasi or Sunyani.
Yeah.
So when you grow up here and you learn the language we have in here, you might think what you are saying is right. But elsewhere, you want to be able to describe that, okay, when you get to the next junction, you may have to walk about 15 minutes. You may have to drive, maybe there's a 5-minute drive from there, which is about either 2 kilometers or something. So you should be able to describe something precisely for somebody else to do. Not just when you get there, you ask anybody there, they will tell you, they will direct you when you say those ones, it means that you are not thinking. So they are even saying that you don't have the command of the language. They are actually saying you are not thinking, you know. So, and there is this quality of language. This is not only in English language, but meanwhile in our local language we don't use it. We use too many words to describe one thing. So when we speak and we say and, there should be what we call economy of words, okay, or the brevity of your sentences. You don't say, I was going to my friend, I did not call the friend before I went there, so he did not know I was coming. So when I went in and he didn't know I was coming, he was surprised I came there. This is just, I paid my friend a surprise visit. Simple. No, I can. What's this the way in 4 sentences? Did I just say, correct again? That was scoring very low in the speaking section because we are not applying the principle of economy of words. So there are principles that people need to understand, they need to know, they need to go by and appreciate that this is what the test market are looking for. So that when you know what they are looking for, you don't go and make those mistakes and then go and score and have to pay again. And then the money they pay again. Because that cannot, and this is the idea of now. I'm going to crop where what is coming for treat you as a breeze, and again, which pictures are no breeze, people think it means you are done. Meanwhile, you are a very smart person. In fact, Ghanaians are very smart people that if you look at our performance all over the world. But the language limits us, and we think this is a challenge. So, I can give a phone number so that people in Ghana and those abroad can even reach us. We will help them, guide them through the English exam. And with your assistance, get the proper recruitment agency. I'm talking largely for the healthcare workers. I mean, we have the skills, we are properly trained. I don't see why the language must limit us. Because the language is called over 9. Each section is called over 9, and the total is called over 9. Even, I mean, the 9 doesn't mean it didn't make any mistake. But 9, so the highest is 9, which means you use appropriate words, they are accurate, you are fluent, and you show complete understanding of the English language. The score of 8 means that there were only occasional inappropriate usage of words. What I talked about earlier as the malappropriation, that is, using words inappropriately. Okay, and then your mistakes are not systematic in accuracy. For instance, if somebody says, I remember when I was teaching out of the from German National Service, I asked somebody, where is this? So she just passed here recently. Like it's just offer. But recently, no, it means in days. Even though there are, what I understood is, if you have said it to an English person, the person will not understand you and rather say you don't even know what you have said. They mark you down, especially if you use words that we say linguistically, they carry a very different understanding, totally. For instance, if I say that you have an insurance cover if you lose your luggage while traveling. Instead of saying if you use, and I say when your luggage gets missing, it means something different. You might think the if and when, no. The if, no, then here, may expect identify that, but it's here, and I'll be doing something. But when I use the word friend, I'm saying that you say by all means, and which will mean that I may be the one who will steal it into the minute the air it will get missing. So that's why using friend for if you know, it can even be called for a criminal investigation. So when you do something like this, then we say that hey, I'm going to show you or a scout worker, what you are, but we are saying if or another way. Because the way carries meaning. When you are using adverb, however, means you are changing direction. Moreover, you are going in the same direction. So we don't use these things these like conjunctions easily and we think they have no meaning. We all suggest something. So if I'm going to change in my thought to the opposite direction, I can use a conjunction like but. So it's a very good orator, but we stammer. I don't choose it. When I use but, you expect something that takes away from the first one. But if I say if you're a very good orator and also a stammerer, one maker and also a stammerer, it means I don't understand what I'm saying at all. Because I'm using a word that is going to support this. But the stammerer and the good orator, they are at opposite ends. So, if we don't use the right conjunction, then you don't even understand either the language or you are not thinking straight. So, there are things we look out for, which are very important. And for me, what still are people are usually the inaccuracy of the words we use and the Ghana English words now, you see the normal, and the direct translation of P into English. It is unfortunate, but we all think in a language, okay? So, for instance, I remember you go to school or just my native we largely was thinking English, and so you start using English for a long time before you think in English. But otherwise, you think in pieces before we convert it into English. I will say I'm going to come because P is such a mekwaba. So, but there's nothing like a mekwaba. So, I'll be back. And people must know that it's not, even in English, it's not every key word that will have its English meaning. I use the word, it's abstinent. Meaning, lawyer, if you are, what's the broken? Are they abstinent? The broken, they say.
Oh, say, are they abstinent? Oh, okay. I mean, you can say it's faded, and I say
no, it's faded.
A changing color.
English speakers don't have that concept of apadia happening. And they don't have a word for it. So, and see, that's the same way they are a person act. And they say, wow, cheating. So, Obi Cambrofo, people will not be able to say any word for apadia happening. So when they are using words, they expect that there are words that have conceptual meaning. One word, you use, it means something else. about using big words. In fact, if you use big words and you make more grammatical errors, you score low compared to using simple words that express your thoughts in English, not in Ghana English. So let's not forget, there's Ghana English. There are some words you use in Ghana that are not words used abroad. And I don't know, the hope of fact at the tone was so another to do words now. They make no meaning at all. What you are on that true. Like I said, the government air yawa. Maybe number the best to her. A beautiful bit in your friend, Cecilia. Now, or more, if you are with your one, the senior wow. There may be a limit, me, but I may get at the one said. You say, English, you know, and yet idea, I was saying it will be a fine. What goes through what Ghana and Kwan, the Zambrano and your Bravo, I want to say too fine. There was a fire who put in your first to Esnia at Arthur. So, now, men by Brown and put water and Chiata and standing for me. The old Ghana, I would say, lawyer Darko, with my friend Cecilia. Oh, I was 024 666 3886. Need to see you 024 666 3886. Usually, I retrieve the woman number in to see you. Oma Bakwana or Matia here. But yeah, was a year. And means lawyer the man will find and a year for so afraid at the person, not the making January. And a pair many says, making a year, no dear, a trade, and for fighting English, you know, that person. Because for me, that is a very simple test that nobody should write it twice. What's wrong once, no apart, then it won't work. We have very well-trained health workers in Ghana who can work anywhere without supervision. They are very well-trained. And I think that if people want to realize their ambitions and work in a multicultural environment like the UK, they should be assisted to realize their ambitions and desires. Oh, you see, lawyer, money Juma, now maybe a job may work it because I am a yasa, a dear way, and your idea, and the young go into me and realize their dreams they want to realize. I mean, we should be able to help them realize their dreams. People should be able to move to their highest potential that they can. And nobody should be able to limit them. And an English test should not limit you when you have written many examinations in English. We understand the English. We just don't know what they want. And therefore, we go and that is a head-on for us. And see, maybe Manubia, the Udua, the Picabia, not the Ubida, Mitnedia, no Mitnia, not Yashe. Lawyer, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. Pacho Dr. Eugene Dordoye Namote Nkano. Now, Microphone and this and the text they want to, I don't know whether it's directed to the nurses and the English test and the requirements, or whether it's going to be about the Zambrano issue that I was talking about. But what I was saying is say I think our joining now say IELTS test no doctor only time and then I beg for the time Anna or the Abahan mo. And to take it too much of his time. Now I say you are abusing the opportunity and I say you are abusing his time. And therefore no person me be a tune for about 5-10 minutes. More and more friends, some more question be about the IELTS test any recruitment, nurse and this animal. I've already said a better time. Now, I'll be a program about it itself. That day, I'll go to the studio so that everything will be, will be on top. As you can see, because of the COVID-19, I'm operating from home. And therefore, we are limited in terms of the resources normally available. And you say, oh, question, Biana, ubetinia friend. Okay. So, say if it's about Zambrano and no immigration topic, we will come to that. And say, oh, question me up say ubusa. Number na SO phrases here, especially those in East Africa. I mean, some people are calling from East Africa, texting me and all that. If you have a question that you'd like to ask about the English test, then this is the number to call. We have about 5 minutes to do this. Okay, someone is calling. Let's see. What if it's okay? You called and you put it down. That's fine. You can call. The number is 07538 969 589. We only have 5 minutes for this. So if you don't call and doctor goes, that is it. Because he's a busy man and he's got things to do. You see, so if you don't call now, then you're going to have to wait until we are able to get him next time. People were texting. This is the time to call. The number, once again, let me put it on the comment section so that, you can get the number to call. So 07538 969 589. As he was explaining, testing on enshada enyeding. Now sometimes when you be amananga idewa, ubechro imura, ufise chro something good or something positive, but before you realize, it's basically you just written stuff that is not going to help you. Sometimes you think you are writing more to get more marks, but sometimes the more you write, the more you lose marks. So these are some of the skills that one have to be aware of, especially if you are going to sit this IELTS test. As he said, we have the two types of tests. One for education, and one is for for work and that kind of stuff. If you don't choose the right one too, you end up doing the wrong one. And once again, you get a certificate, but you cannot use it. And very, very important. As from the outset, you know what you are doing, where you are going, and what to do. If you need help, or volunteer, I say yes. That is also what there's a bit that he can do to help, because some people have potentials. They have they can do it. However, sometimes the means in order to pass the test is a problem. I would say over the years, a lot of people have contacted me. They're complaining about this test, and sometimes it's like you are helpless. You cannot help. There's nothing that you can do. So we are lucky and fortunate enough to have someone like you today, basically, going through some of the common mistakes that we make. Certain words that, if you do direct translation, it's not possible, or directly, you try to transfer it into English, it's not possible. In some cases, the only possible is something similar that can be used, in order to describe maybe in Ghana language what you could use. And to an example, anyhow in English, it's not possible to get those words. And these are some of the things that I was saying now, you're aware of. And very, very important. Say, offer any question, my doctor, by all means, feel free. You know about text. Now, as one who Busana said, doctor, okay, I've got a phone call here. I was going to, caller, Pacho Jinasumami na Mimbusa. You know about text yaba. Ubusa said, what about midwives? Because we were talking about, healthcare professionals in general. But personally, I thought midwives is part of the healthcare professionals. Maybe it's different, I don't know. But I think it's all into one. Because now, Obusa said, Ghana, do we produce a lot of midwives? Because the person now, or the question about, or your midwife, our contacting me that about this sort of recruitment kind of stuff. And if you can highlight that for us, that would be great. And the person working in a hospital, maybe we can all work together and get things done. Over to you, doctor.
Yeah. I think last week you actually mentioned and you gave a list of the health workers.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave the codes that all of them. And you mentioned midwives.
That's right.
The challenge with midwifery is that it tends to be country specific.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, the way we monitor our labor in Africa, we use something we call the cartograph. The developed countries don't use the cartograph. So when we get there, we are a bit limited, to practice of midwifery, but we don't have the same health management system between the developed and the, underdeveloped countries. So midwives may not necessarily be able to immediately practice midwifery in the UK because they use a different approach or system to manage the labor compared to what we do. But apart from the labor and the few other things, majority of things are the same. And they can write the exam, the CBT exam, and also practice midwifery there. The only challenge they will have is that they may have to take some courses and, do nursing initially, and then do some courses and pass the UK exam. It's only because we are not trained to manage labor in a developed country. We are trained to manage labor in an underdeveloped country, which is a bit different. But midwives also will qualify. In fact, our midwives can work almost equally as general nurses. They are that good. They train to work as general nurses before they also add their midwifery. So they can actually get in, either work probably as a carer or general nurse, and then write an exam, and then they would be able to practice midwifery in the UK. Or they can as well get to the UK, switch to general nursing, just pass the exam. Because they have enough general nursing. The main difference is the fact that each country manages obstetric care based on your resources that you have. Okay, so that is where they may have a bit of a challenge or difference. But they can also migrate. Being midwifery is not a hindrance at all. Yes. At all. They can also migrate and work in the UK.
Thank you very much for that. I've got someone on the line. Hello.
Hello, Professor.
Good afternoon. Solomon Papa, that is saying. Nyame Adam. Na ene ewie ye doctor e wo fie ha no. La ada ko mismi yo bi o ase minua madam for or a doctor and no and two me anu about from Eneko. Okay. That's right.
Doctor, the Mawakama, Nami Momuzo.
Yeah, happy to bring.
Now, I can't work on meeting. My first year I was a meeting with Sam as a Yadu who has some Tabia, that is a method on the book, Doctor Baku. I had we are old man, but we are never going to injected room. Now, let's pass out about it. And then in answer, many will need to GI. And we think come on, and we'll be there in it. And I'm a country. No, so we have a some banner, and I'm a country GG. Oh, we got to say, oh, the Kuma and I say, oh, my God. That's what we've done. The authorities will never be able to say, I didn't know. Okay. The number for or Geomudi, Telio. Number 4 or Geomudi, we have a Ghana for. Or number Kuma for. Now, so consider me give you a book about the Ghana for. Go Ghana or three with it. The Ghana needs to go to the war. Or go. The brother on the door. And somehow, they are smart at that. Now, so the general do be a real and quite movie. So we check the doctor SSHD. Now me to phone send you okay can send you and send me can radio because now we are but that you shouldn't go no kwe. It's doctor and that was it because I come out and then the kind and then it's a with the man and it's study a kasa what you say question quite a man and yes and the question quite you answer back and then the kasa na kwa kwa uno bi kasa oh but ya I didn't know who but okay we do police station and I'm here there and I'm trying my nothing we try not to police here there now there will be the minute no then no but before the car you know you go to bed 25 or I said person or the brown so doctor I'm not going to no question you don't have more no answer na mean say you need another view one you say immediately that's what what about you
yeah, that was it, Solomon, Papa.
Well, I think he's made that point, or I didn't make that point. We are talking and we keep asking, I mean, rhetorical questions. Then we answer it ourselves. Why, if you're going to answer it, why do you ask the question in the first place?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, the culture thing, so on. And, you know, before you write these exams, these are some of the things that you have to be aware of. You know, because if not, you go there and you're just going to do the wrong stuff and waste everyone's time. And to Doctor, on behalf of Fire Life Radio, Justice and Law Solicitors, Lawyer Darko, Yada wasipi, SNA, wase wadaji. Now what you baby church minimum kakra, no abe yi na niso amaye. Now when you say emre pemuno, you best say baby this time the Beko studio, not just a sound no, quality na aye more better. Now etimi amaye de etimi amaye bibia kama. Enti doctor yada wasepa nyame ensure any wadaji. Na uni aba so send me message Mayfred. Now there you go.
Have a wonderful day.
And what do you go before I say Mayfred appear so chiao pa. So kind of. Sanity. Yeah, that was sippy. And you know, yeah, Eddie Besakasa. Why? Made was in Yamin show.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
And Dr. Eugene Dordoye Anna Yetim and Kano, or a senior lecturer at Ghana Medical School. Sarasana or the director of Anchorfall Mental Hospital. Nyankopon Adom, also so I na famudie, Uguso na famudie. Nyamisu Shirano. You'll be surprised. But it's a young boy. We look like a young boy, but we're poor. Sana etie. Etie for us. Nyam says Zambrano nena amount for and so any abrewo home pa. Now and there's not a opportunity to welcome our brother and also our own friend, Dr. Eugene Dordoye, to the show today. Now on so obetiti ni makakra eni so echreye enti Nyankopon enhira yeda nasipi. Ese on so enya Ghana for hodo ene na daje na ode brey na also so ebe try na kakro nso betimi aye no waye ede aboa Ghana for ma se bio efe ese nyame boawo na se unya baby sia se obi da for ma menhwe no and disrespect nipa no. I always say this, the only time that you look down upon someone is by helping them to get up, but don't look down upon them and they treat them like filth. Now, if we are say, Ubi nim or brimpong, and shall say, and you know, Yadamunina must. Now, let's go back to the Zambrano. I'm not among for Aya Wild Pa. And Timor, now when you are brave Zambrano, who too much at the film, so more fan me. Now, my men book appointment for 12 o'clock. And Tina man funny 12 and that in ye, Timmy send me castle. Now me idea, Medineko, and to the sanity. And let's go for a recap of the Zambrano. Now, if you mean to us when you first train, and querying Zambrano, a application. Say, we are the primary carer of a British child, Anna Oyesa application. Emra, na it was under the 2006 EEA immigration regulation, amended by 2016 EEA immigration regulation. The Ekani says, we are primary carer of a British child. Now say, so if you chroma nas will be intimate Shakrano, not was a Akrano will be forced to leave this country. Now, and no, it was a Zambrano application, and that's a Zambrano visa. Na I will say yede mam. Yate wanna see. A manner changing in so many ways, whereby there was a time we were told it says Zambrano application will not lead to indefinite. Because of that, including me, we advise our clients to switch from Zambrano to human rights application, 2.5 years visa, popularly known as BAS 250. Some people benefited from it. However, the case or the law has changed again. Now we have the case of Akinsanya. This is a lady who also changed from Zambrano to 2.5 years visa. And then the law changed again that now if you are a holder of Zambrano visa, you can actually apply for indefinite following the Brexit elections. And therefore no omum change here no na afi akwa yes say de omum ho aba be kire wo no ade a yesi untimi nya indefinite no afi no na a change afi yesi say no ubetimi nya indefinite. Interban say no lawyers like me, I felt so bad. Two people ana omadwene demitima na ehante me pass ewrade say kame hu ya akame ma omu edi omu Zambrano so because sankomu di so a emra na change say so betimi aye indefinite na say ya omakokoji 2.5 years. Eye possible say ombetimi asa switch back to Zambrano ana eyade ana hamadwene pa entida e wo modwunim say miankasa metro letter akohum office akwako ye inquiries about this particular point. And thank God, yet one the case of Akinsanya ebaye. Akinsanya so say maame and maye 4. The first child wedi 10. Ojina so je British passport. Ono so finding herself in the same situation. Akinsanya ayes derivative right application, also known as Zambrano. It is Zambrano nema ema ni wie ye no. Na okwakope public funds aje because na ho kire no. Okoye no say there be say Zambrano visa, you are not entitled to public funds. And therefore, no so public funds there. I was say we change every human rights application, aka 250, and I said 2.5 years. And until OTA a change every year 250 visa. And to 2.5 years, no, and our say application, just say, you know, ye boma, ye man recourse to public funds. Now, Mammy Akinsanya said, there be still meant yes, BB and your right. So make sure policy now, Annex 1 of the Appendix EU to the immigration rules now. Policy no enkaye. Adenti na meti ame trust me the right thing na still here punish me because my baby 2.5 years intino. Meet me and switch emeje Zambrano visa biem. Enti menti ase. Enti ma me the case court. Ana nyame ye na dom case e court Moistin J or transfer no se there be. Se me hwe case ya. Emrana e da ho sesi ya ye ka sei. Appendix EU of the immigration rules, no. So we share under those who qualified, or those who are qualified for derivative right or Zambrano visa na. We should be na, you know, we should be na. Be ni say obia or will leave, to enter or to remain in the UK. You are disqualified from making an application under settlement or pre-settlement scheme. Obia or indefinite leave to remain. Also, so you are disqualified for making application for settlement or pre-settlement scheme. And Tisana Emrana Akakoye say, Entino Moistin J etna Akinsanya case in Esono. I must say sa particular point, no. I am wrong because Obi Enya your friend is Zambrano da, and also be it 2.5 years. And no must not preclude the person from making an application under pre-settlement scheme or settlement scheme visa under Appendix EU of the immigration rules. And nothing on Moistin J international say there be the Home Office here, you know, you're wrong. Policy normal draft, you know, you're wrong. It needs to be changed because it kills the spirit of the drafters of the law. And therefore, no, it was a Home Office for change, you know. And when you drew ya, your friend, doctor, any doctor, ever tricking and come now, no, case you call court, no. Home Office for Ekachre, Madam Akinsanya say, Madam Akinsanya, withdraw your case. Say, withdraw your case, no, edia. And ye bet me, ye bet me, I look at what the judge has said. Now, after you change your guidelines, no, now you said ye be see, ako. Entino, sana, etie. Entino, a koyano, Anna, Home Office, and your friend is saying, Madam Akinsanya, I come to BBFN a consent agreement. Consent agreement, nature say, Bibia omunina omajia to me say, I was say omoyena ebe asumdwe eye eba. Now, what's your consent agreement na? The consent agreement, you know, the Secretary of State in this case, you know, Ajia to say, or kwa consider the relevant provisions in a judge na eka ho asem no, which in this case, you know, is going to be especially the Annex 1B, you know, Annex 1B, you know, or say we your friend is saying, ukita limited leave to remain a esi untimi apply under settlement scheme, no. Home Office say omo eba bede, they are going to reconsider it. Assem B, they are told to the Secretary of State say won't determine any application whilst omo area reconsideration, no. Eti asman beka ni enti ni panenye very careful. 1. Secretary of State say or kwa reconsider judge general recommendations, no. 2. Secretary of State say or make any decision concerning those who put in an application for settlement or pre-settlement scheme on the basis of Zambrano or on the basis of derivative rights. The Osaka MBM say those who have limited leave to enter or remain under another part of these rules or outside of the immigration rules, their leave will not last. And I say omu enchem if we say almost akoye application under Zambrano. Ye share immigration rules na. Ye will rule 34BB. Rule 34BB ne say untimi enye 2 applications at the same time. Enti yemfa ne say ebia lawyer Darko my application for leave to remain on the basis of my child. Now at the same time as akoye application for Zambrano application. The current law nature say untimi 2 applications. But because of the case of Akinsanya, saying Home Office wajia to me say application for leave to remain for the purposes of Akinsanya no ubetiasa ya application under Zambrano. Home Office asajia to me say leave to remain now osaya application under Zambrano, both applications will be entertained. And you know the key ne say baby a esen crofo ye careful ne say unim say 2.5 years ba bewu a me meka kire say ye extension we extension na wasa your application under Zambrano because the principles of Akinsanya kire say no say follow within this category ubetime 2 applications at the same time. And lucky enough me clients bako de ni extension ye jema be 6 months ni okita 2.5 years. Enti enawie me frɛ no na masa aye indefinite leave to remain application amano under settlement scheme. Identity America sir because 34BB rule 34BB you know. A trust obetime 2 applications are pending at the same time. Onumponi de will leave dada and she is protected by that leave. And it is hope say case we Home Office, you have to be careful. Home Office have appealed against the decision. We are hoping say appeal court Ebeka say lower court ekan no sana e say eye e ba ne sana dia enkrofo very good chance enya indefinite through the Zambrano route and also through the settlement scheme route. However, in this case no my client no only 2.5 years sheni botum and he say me kwa fighting for indefinite amano because no ye nipa no kita Zambrano dada ano swapo ye ebeji limited leave and as say Lord na sa change biem now no is to her favor. And therefore, no say no, they quack fight pay indefinite amano. In your case, a hunting match because for me, it was the right thing to do at the time, but because of the law change, there was nothing that we could do. And the mechanic say, are very, very important. I say, Dien, ye be a bibisa ama follow within this category. And the mechanic say, you always have to secure yourself. So when you say 2.5 years to Kitawa, making sure say visa. So visa ni wua making sure say ube renew. Say why is Zambrano application ni bimpo na say nyam famawa minia termination sakoye extension because say no you can have 2 applications pending at the same time. Enti de be fama bia no na say wada ni okodro na woko no menjeja ho don't waste time. E very 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 important. Enti mesrem pi yemfa aha ento ya dwene mu yi because obi on ma no de ne X akwagugu one basket in esa me kwakoye application we under Zambrano enti me san kotua ska ensan koye extension minua se mo amoye saneman monye very careful bebre no so omo jobs because omo pay sebio ade na oye free ade ye free bia so no wan hwe yie ade 4 day wan hwe yie obeto ne beto na boden enti ebesere mo say 2.5 years te kita wa make sure say 2.5 years no ekita wo den pampe na nyame ye wadom na so wetin Zambrano application a ye ka ho wo succeed a de be fa bia no na wa fa sa enti very important say ye beti e ho no no idea ase. And so because say, oh, just go and do the application. I mean, you be careful because what the Home Office are saying, they say they have appealed against the decision. Say so be your application be under EU settlement scheme through Zambrano. They are not going to make any decision. They will keep the application on hold. Almost the application pending the outcome of the appeal. Now the Oma can say pending the outcome of appeal. No say I'm fair moma. They will implement their guidelines and their policy. Implement here. They will give people what they said was let's see if it's about 6 months or 6 weeks. I cannot remember exactly. But what they said say okay, let me just read this and have a quick look whether I can find it. What they said say a change policy now. They will give a very short time. I think it's about 6 weeks. For individuals to put in their applications for either indefinite or limited leave under Appendix EU of the immigration rules for Zambrano carers. And you know, they met me I kind of time in a family so kakra. It's either 6 weeks or 6 months. But I think, you know, on top of my head, I think it's about 6 months, 6 weeks that they will give a very short period of time for individuals to or see not more than 6 weeks or 6 months. I can't remember exactly. Or see they will give individuals the chance to reapply after they have implemented their policy. And I say after they have reconsidered and redrafted their policy. Tino me mama for mon fan to my dream. But they say obi nim the ebabesi. The mechanic say if you fall in nothing should stop you from putting in the application now. Do it today so that nobody knows what is coming tomorrow. So the judge basically this is what the Home Office have said they're going to do to reconsider their position, to reconsider their guidelines. However, they have appealed against the decision, and what the Home Office is saying is that even if they decide to accept everything that the judge said and they allow people to make an application through the Zambrano route by way of Appendix EU of the immigration rules, and it's even late, they will allow such applications to go through if, for example, they make a valid application within 28 days of the date of the written notice. And you know, very, very important. As a yenianom, yadibetu yetrim na yate principles na see. And yes, obika say, oh, say Zambrano, a kwane bia momo, uwitakonya indefinite na emprofo drinke gidi. Enra, people were bombarding me with audios left, right, middle, center, everywhere. Because people are saying it to make it so simple. But minianom, yenye very careful. Menka say a kwane mie, a kwane bi. Na emo make sure say ukita safwa yetimi de shedo nim etimi bie enye safwa bia na etimi bie do enti de betimi aka ne say make sure say u leave ekita odada no protect it because empenifo say ukita bia ana otutu bia de ebene na emom say wan kita bi na de o say o kwa akototo a ebehye anhwa de kita no na abo say na yenuanum bi akwa akodi sa de na chi even before the case of Akinsanya ama omu leave abowomo omajuma abowomo as say ebi ba be homeless as say no ebi ti train station e ho na ebi moda because say obetue ska akwakoye application for extension no kwata officer anitie ono kwa na nani ate okwakoye Zambrano application and mess up. I know a lot of people who have contacted me and I've said this on this radio, I've said it in so many places that at that time the law was no. The case as Akinsanya is giving us a bit of hope. So all that I say to you is this: let's try our best. Let's do our best and do what and put in our applications at the right times and do what and help people as much as that we can help. So that is all that I can say in relation to Zambrano carers and Zambrano applications. In this case, basically, the claimants, which is Mrs. Akinsanya, in order to for the Home Office to move the case forward, by consent, she has agreed. Claimants basically making further reliefs. Further things are not also paid, apart from the fact that she wanted to be able to apply for indefinite leave under Appendix EU of the immigration rules. She asked for other remedies, which the course Home Office said no, those remedies there. Because of time factor, I'm not going to go into it. She's going to have to accept it and throw away. The case was listed for 17th of June. It was vacated because of the Home Office action. And the claimant's application for further coercion relief is stayed, pending determination of the defendant's application to the Court of Appeal for permission to appeal. In this case, Home Office were seeking permission to appeal. The court said no. So they have applied to the Court of Appeal for permission to appeal. And if permission is granted, then of course, the court will then make a determination in that aspect. And you know, watch the space. Zambrano, a change rough. Sesia no minim de besi echina ebia echina it can swing into Home Office way and nuntina me say protect your leave enti meko ka say ukwakoya application e free dia adentina onsa ankoboka enkoye extension minia court cases nobody knows. You can have the best of cases ubedru court no na afi no bibia change na aye NCMP enti de meka kire wa ne say o leave protected. Se uni leave a pebi because adia enye concrete no memfa woni enkoto so odu ani koto so a anhwa na a backfire na afi obi bia aye pasa about 20:1 yenko yeyiwo your friend is saying yenko yeyi for what do you call it our sponsors now you take this quick commercial break na ye ba edi dwumadie no idea asa to aso na mse mpe ensuo bi enye de enom yada mase ye twa ye ho aba sisi ya
medafo uyaba ka wawo wo dai papa bi e wo Ghana na enso enam no kra asanti no hu sania wo be mani sika se ye sisi wachi ma wo enti na ye ni Paradise City. Yeah, this beautiful ultramodern city, Upper Tema, Community 25, Whooper Standard, Executive, Semi-Executive Quality Buildings. Here in Paradise City, here we home out. It's as if you approach Abagana, your payment terms no so. And a phone book call, open a self-finance, and as a monkey. Paradise City, oh, your telephone number is so. UK, +447 908 475 802. Paradise City. Ye juma pa magana yefe ankasa. Medafo, we yabanka wawo wo dai papa bi e wo Ghana na. Enso enam no kra asanti no. Hu sania wo be mani sika. Se ye sisi wachi ma wo. Enti na ye ni Paradise City. Yeah, this beautiful ultramodern city, Upper Tema, Community 25, Whooper Standard, Executive, Semi-Executive Quality Buildings. Here in Paradise City, here we home out. It's as if you approach Abagana. Your payment terms no so. And a phone book call, open a self-finance, and as a monkey. Paradise City, oh, your telephone number is so. UK, +447 908 475 802. Paradise City. Ye juma pa magana yefe ankasa.
for how anything and a wooing. Justice and Law Solicitor said, Diana Brandon, your mummy home como, on the mouth and futu, and say, idea so to one more on the bow, no to one more. Immigration and answer nationality problems. Say a student application, family independent application. So pass it now, Kuma, and now lawyer been waging one name or court amount, personal injury claims. Say employment, landlord and tenant issue or housing issue, family and divorce issues, drafting legal document, will writing, renting and leasing shop, lease extension, open a juicy cannot persuade them out. Any unia kama to him now how you know to a trap. But more than any justice and law solicitors for Nkasa. 07538969589 and I say 0207-738-5841. But more than afraid justice and law solicitors na yenhwe kwanya yebe faso yebe wow. Unit 35 Eurolink Business Center, 49 Efra Road, Brixton, SW21BZ. Like I said, we have Victoria Line to Brixton. Bars 2, 3, 37, 415, 432, 689 and 692. Seawalk St. Andrew's Church Pastor. Sempa Emra Semodia Baby, here any justice and law solicitors.
Thank you very much. We are back. Okay. So that is what we are going to say about Zambrano today. Also, we also need to check this out relation to EU settlement scheme. We all know say EU settlement scheme is coming to an end on 30th of June 2021. That means Obia Okita any visa, i.e. those people who are holding visa under EEA immigration regulations. EEA immigration regulations. Please make sure say what your settlement scheme maybe. Sadiwe yabo koko for over 2 years. Now, I sometimes me who dear a heavy mo. Say odo visa biana ho nekoyi visa no neshe. Say ya chosu EEA family member mesreu to an amount between today and Wednesday. Put in an application for USS settlement scheme visa. Say one yes I dear no pay come 1st of July. Technically, o visa no is not worth it. Your visa no is gone. You may lose your right to stay and work in the United Kingdom. Ene se utie me anase utie me a fama wunua bi anase kache wunua bi ama ya adwoa akua kofa o visa no ne hwe de ya kyerɛ so ne ka kyerɛ me se untimi enkenkan empo a wo de fama obi we ferie nim this about life and death fama obi na onkenkan emaw ne hwe so se ya kyerɛ so EEA family member na onye settlement scheme ni bia ma onai emowoto nebra last stop Brixton Justice and Law Solicitors lawyer Darko na yenye dien yenye application ni bi ma jasu sesi ameken adaje eni paso adaje eni poso yeni abrepa pressure any lastminute.com enkrofo die guye so no enye easy. Yesterday I went to bed, or this morning I went to bed about 1 o'clock. Mr. T Ejuma 8 o'clock on Friday morning. Miwie Ejuma 1 a.m. on Saturday morning. It hasn't been a joke. Pressure, any phone calls are airborne, are ridiculous. Yesterday I monitored our phone calls. We had about 400 phone calls. Enye easy. Sisi amene waka say enkrofo text me, enkrofo friend me, they are worried because oma Kenya last minute. Afi na ompese omdo application etum. Etimi we show ya no say obebusa me question you will not get me because those people are a priority. Between now and Wednesday, someone's life is at risk. And to unim say your application or say time dem kakra mesrew any die mu my time. Na ye nuanoma omo ho eya aka adwa no yentimi emphasize time yi emwa wo mo. Ye nuanom pese omkofo mo ma omo kunu omo yire free I'm Ghana and I say outside the country urban se wode ye extension a mesrew p nyanto wase maye na ye nuanom a omo ewo have up to Wednesday to put in their application no yen use between now and Wednesday to help them. Obi tie mo be ka se na send the oma fault oma tena ho saa. Yes, a your fault, but yes, unuanya a wunia, obanya a woba, Sebium penny forces a woba a giant and a nine a two or sreswa. Yen can't name ye pepa. Sasson as a usuma brewa. Baby obetodie, a far hobay. Na a brewa way, only share crano, na a yena bucket. Na lawyer own cash share crano, na ente I put it to you. Enti enne se yenu abi hu akanwa anase me ho ba be kire na yemfa odo yen thinking about them regardless say oma waste omo time ne nkeka ho because se bi o se ensuo edi obi ko na so betimi aso ni mu yi na me sure se wo be enti edura bi a yemfa entiase any understanding ma yemfa ebufuo enye niema so ho because we this anima na chidi a ene katam bia no be ma obi hu a kire no enti be srepi mo amodi betimi atwa na se mo fe na mo anyaye a aya munya nto boase mai because baby say no yes baby so ye ana wo fe no anyaye a eche se ye buo wo bi sebio la ya Darko aka mem dia brochire ye de nemum eye bata ana ye nyina yetu yesi ba bepe bibia kofie enti ma pese mba bepe ska no a wa frem se me ma be ye adwuma ma na menye ska no adenti na ka menye de menye me mo na menye ska no na embom se edu ba bi na so nya hu bi ho kire na it's not about money but it's about humanity na also etimi aye de aboabu nua enti ne be srepi from ene up to Wednesday yenua bia okita European visa because of say Europe ni nti de visa ne ma no onye settlement scheme a o ma ne nan embo ne to make emergency appointment they are Darko they say your boy 24/7 glass nko a enti no ye be sewopi monya get in touch ofra said na doctor air no go straight to the point na meto to anansesem typical example ma bi eja 5 messages or before so minim asem crowd o pa akere me mani abre enti me border asem efre no setabo be ma na mefre no because anansesem de do so ono o monidi me say who are you what is your name o monidi ono nka hwe kasa wo kan so minim ba bi o de ko enti it's very very difficult because at the end of the day so be time ever became deadline that's why it's impossible to be calling you to find out exactly what you are trying to do. Enti clarity and it's straight to the point aya eboa enti mesre pi yenuanom yemo ye homoding na yemfa di konkonsa yemfa nkasa yenuanom na omutimi nyom application se uwo unua bi na so onye settlement scheme ni bi na so outside the UK ka chere se ontwa emergency flight na online the UK enani akire ya na sa America crab bi aka yanim about 4 days akai onto anamo na ontimi fanye application no enye sa oba be ye illegal hwe win rush for no ye two women during the 1950s omo ba ye the same way no go visa na obi an ha omadwene enso enya yenim the two women afi adu pension no okodo pension so where's your passport na afa ba be ye abo bi nan enti e be sremo mentena ho emma asem no emeto na waka se mihu yanka so de eno na emma owam etuko enti e be sremo pi yemfa ni konkonsa yemfa nkasa yemfa nko community sim se mo wa sorry a o your software akina forget about 100% preaching. You also have to do your bit for the community. Who preach here, fair enough. Now the Bible fam, but I was sorry, must say. Monya yi si visa no. My settlement scheme ni biana. Say oh your community leader bia and then also fato so because at the end of the day, say eka wo nantia na aka woto. Say nipa no wo want to nifo. Na so wanye the right thing. Na so collusion adwuma o tight no collection also ebebo ye indirect. Enti once a wo ka no yes, all come any panel, also was all come. I was sorry. Ebia making any panel or jiri or kuru, so you must have ma. Na say, the people could say, na say a panel so metinefia, as no baby, or maybe him. And to a baby, na say, yeah, kasa. Let's look at the bigger picture. Men can say yourself for me. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to say that. It's not about giving legal advice, but it's about guiding the ships. Because as a shepherd, if you don't do the right stuff, how do you expect the sheep to do the right stuff? You know, so all that I say to you is this. Yes, because unfortunately, they don't listen to the news. They don't listen to programs like, legal matters. Programs are making very good positive impact in people's lives. Or maybe they don't get the time. However, they get time to come to church every Sunday. So maybe you will be the vessel that can change that life. And I am challenging all community leaders. I am challenging all pastors that tomorrow is not about God, and the salvation. Salvation is helping your church members to secure their stay in the UK, helping their church members to do the right thing so that they can remain legal in the United Kingdom. And it's very, very important. As a young man, na ya opinion any na ometina ye de almost etinya ye the right thing. Enti wedie misre mu pi ye mo ye homoden. We are at the finishing line. We are at the finishing line. 4 more days to go. Working for the next day. Tomorrow will be 3 more days to go. I'm waiting for the next day. Monday will be 2 more days to go. What you gonna do? Tuesday, 1 more day to go. What are you going to say to your brethren and your sister? Wednesday, that is it. No point. Finito. Even though Home Office have come up with a guidelines where late applications may be accepted, but you must have very good reason. So my brothers and sisters, don't sit there and put yourself in a pickle before looking for a way out. All that I say is this. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Don't gamble with your stay in the United Kingdom. You need to cast your mind back. How you struggled to get these papers. Are you going to throw it away? Are you going to be another member of the Windrush generation? It is up to you. It is up to me to make a difference in each other's lives. I've done my bit today. I will continue to send this program to people so that just in case someone has forgotten to do it, this will be a rude awakening to your brother, to your sister, for them to also do what? Update their status into settlement and pre-settlement scheme. You see, the obusa, ye fene sample, the obusa kwano on yera, and it's very, very important. I say unima, now I dey, now obusa. And the mechanic say, yemianom, yemfa enye day, yemfa eni enkomo, ewo ye fie. Say ojire anase ukru na kwa kofana ba bidi kan start ma wo lawyer ni pressure me friend me send me text message, send me email, every corner bombard me to make sure say it is done before Wednesday, because after Wednesday you will find some difficulties. Intimacy p say me na me wadwuma ma me pressure the make no hwe me clients enra omo ma me pressure sa me free office na about 1 a.m. Me call Ejuma 9 a.m. on Friday. Me pon Ejuma 1 a.m. So you can imagine the pressure that I've been under. As I am sitting here talking to you, still I am receiving text messages. People are calling me. Oh lawyer, I can't sleep. Do be sending back say no. Oh my lawyer, me confirm me here about my application, lawyer misraw, and I'm so my time. Me yama. Me so dear, once I commit myself, I don't joke about. I don't like talking. I let my work talk. You understand? Said dear Dr. Eugene Dordoye, there are so many ways it's me communicating. Even sign language is a form of communication. So it's very, very important. Until the mechanic say, yen kama yen yanomonte, yen kama monfonte, not their own 2 sanamono, own 2 anamono, and then yechine ya. Until Eka says, so Mr. Ansari, don't worry, I was mess out out. I won't say also, oh, fref, giddy sa. But obi ma committee biano, me dear, say, me na cry na me na, I will make sure so I stay awake and do it. Men ka say, what now na last minute, into me buofu. At the end of the day, no we Ghana ni se me nam kromwa na muhu se bibia ye na se woda kwan chen anase se bio bibi asemboni bi atowa se me hu my conscience will never leave me alone. I will feel bad about it. And therefore, for me, say and that is what I'm going to do. Yes, they find themselves in a pickle. They could have done the application earlier. Hey, you cannot change it. And you know, they say, no, so assume a jowomo. Now, Eddie Inshira, and as a blessing be ever. Now, I always believe, say, if we are saying, impact have been making in people's lives. And I say, sometimes, the impact straight away. Na ebia dachi bi no obi betena ho aka se ankenye lawyer Darko a hwe ni na eyenhira wo ano a ididi makodidi nchini ye de kese yes had the blessing. It is up to you. I would rather that the mouth is used to bless me and my descendants and my ancestors rather than to curse me and my family. You understand? So blessing is better than cursing. So it's very, very important that you make sure that you do the right stuff. Melo ya Darko, majuma mi yenti, nyame adom, enipa 5 ekromu a, ane do mo ma atome, eye Darko. Edebe ntia, minimum mo baby ya. Enso so ebia bibia me ye ya emo mani so yenti. Ompesa dachin bi ebo mi din kan asem nti, anase dachin obi kai mi nti. O say lawyer Darko, what make a difference in my life. Enra obi be hu obeje paper, me need tinsuo. Or say, I don't know what to do for you. Even though my image, as far as I'm concerned, me no contract, me contract. I'm done. But the person appreciated the time I'm a demand or go through tribulations. Home Office going to his house to arrest him, and the fact that I taught him, fight for him to come out. Or say it's not something that he will forget. And your lawyer sing none bed, and to be say a great testimony. For me, I look up the skies and I say, God, I thank you for the gift of life. And so much young boy will be at no abuano, dear, let me a kind of honor. As some messa can be is another case and also so as a baby, debia and money HNG. And to immigration, dear, men can so beating me fear no CC, because yeah, lawyers in power every day. Yeah, update, we are still catching up, we are behind. Because all the time things are changing. And to Yemianom and also so I was say you're very careful about it. Open-ended overstayers cannot rely on 10-year lawful residency rules. Yemfani say open 10 years now dinya indefinite. New case and also so akọ court. Nansenya case yefene the case of Wasim and others. Na case upper tribunal asema can say omwa open-ended overstays. For the past 10 years, I said 10 biano, they overstay. Now Oma renew, overstay, no more renew. And especially so get 2.5 years. Now if he said 10 years, open indefinite. Minia, many some mistake, And what trauma visa na miniska 2.5 years now badry. Ewuvia and son of Hako renew. Not 2.5 years, a baby. Now what's now? Edi koko sa na ewu. Na wasako re na wa ewu ense na akwa bobosia na de akwa renew de bia na de wo bobosia owure jabosia bo 2 years na de mawa shall plan ahead. SSHD 2.5 years I have to renew again. I have to start saving towards it. This money I'm not going to touch it. Kwabna ni enyeska no de sigana no de sifie ni 2 years wu na for na no bobosia so mbe so obetua ukwa kaso so se de ka fo didi sa Obe bosia se wedu rebi no ope bosia obi anfi ubie enti no ye de ehia ense ne aye de fata enti mesre pi unya 2.5 years I start adwuma pe baby every week bia na so de £100 na de beto £50 kwa na de beto 2.5 years beso no na wanya wo lawyer fee no wanya application fee na e de asumdwu abrel but obi ho no ma ono de o se oye Charles Amole no se Ashtown KO 80 lie ho de mun makwara na fa ni Charles Amole no Obody din Charles Amole was a mentation. Oh, friend, no crown or swanty. And to go was sitting as on the so better she. I know, dear, up to the individual, or become a individual choice. And Tina and Rana was a Siano or see open-ended overstays. Obia, why you astro brache? And I saw Dean Debion man with the visa and send our Kako renew. A do not pay indefinite. I want to hear farm out. Mesopi, yenye careful. So one of Bimpo dia, yes, they can waive it because Secretary of State have a discretion. The case of Wasim, this is the freshest case. Abba. About last month or 2 months ago, me by another case by court in the car say if there's a break in the over the 10 years in Ukraine, it doesn't matter. But where there was a matter se pa. Enti ye and yes sir and funfun ebeda no quiet. Dear and also meka afa hono. A dear BM so ne say length of absence from the UK can put EU settlement status at risk. Say we a EU settlement scheme near the Amawa. And no, dear Eka say absence for more than 12 months period. And no, Monyana very, very careful. Obiwa, I'm at the confusion is how you do the calculation, the kind of confusion is in. Because okay, it's a 12-month period, from what time to what time? Is it from the time that the visa was issued? Is it from April to April? Is it from January to December? The law is not very, very clear. Maybe the meeting culture and say, oh, limited leave, not to make sure, say, you don't go away for too long. Your domicile must be in the UK. Monsheno and so papa. And I say, ukita indefinite, you find a settlement scheme now got not away for more than 5 years. Under the appendix EU of the immigration rules, you will lose it. And also so monfa and tumuko to dream na yemfanye a futu. Now this week so unfortunately one of my classmates I found a white puzzle school na baby o ho adam de mato hodin Nzongo Lane na ehona na ni seat the table in the chair ehona na wo enti those who know knows but I'm not going to say too much because so can it be more protested enti na me de fresh area ho no Nzongo Lane I don't know yenuen unfortunately menyana enti say Italy abonten so ana ohre nenkwa a chese we free atiasefo asasi so a chese wewu it's very sad but such is life nyame ana enim de woye enti puzzle white puzzle oni na busuafo yema munyina yako monfa enwum yi enye de enchichire more right okay okay I'll play that song, but before then, no, let me say, yemfa phone calls kakra. Na at the right time, no. Mebosa nyumi ama puzzle any the bush phone na. Se die, Nyankopon so be ye fi adom ama yakwa adom. Wow! Mo fa nyumi twabo na so ate, mama ninye. Yes, we are Darko. Muna metunyom ama kwa wensanfu ojwani. Yes. Coffee Mickey. Good afternoon to you. Nana Yabua. Good afternoon to you. Covenant Grace. Thank you for joining us. Akosienki, may the Lord bless you too. Abasaki. Good afternoon to you. Uncle Atopamina Armstrong. Good afternoon to you. Michael Amma PC. Mr. Aqua, good afternoon to you. Ohima Abina Ejewa, good afternoon to you. Juliet Denson, Nana Abina Mesa, good afternoon to you. Wherever you are, they say Obia or the Fidel not to a Biara. Ube free Adumo Aqua Adumo Ate. Eshira, Bemoya or Jeffua. Madam Kumpo, good afternoon to you. Jacko Defrempo, good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us. British accent, Madam Christiana Bader. Good afternoon to you. Papa Yao AJ. Good afternoon to you. One touch. Yes, you cannot tackle us. Yes, we come to fight. We don't come to buy. That's the way it is. Nana Ohima Abina Ejewa. Good afternoon to you. Baby, who will be a chiachia. Eja Emmanuel Oseikwejo, the mayor of Wolverhampton. I salute you. Nana Yao Ado. Baby, will be a chiachia. Me say, Onyankopon, Edwin Nabako Adumu, Ako Adumu. What it? Obianka Bida. Yes, we got our first caller. Let's start taking the phone calls. I love this tune so bad. I mean, love this tune. Yes. Now, we've got telephone calls coming in. The telephone line, we can only take one phone call at a time because I'm not doing the program from the studio. The number is 07538 969 589. Also, ubitimi afraid number. Yenua be afraid yemfano na yentie question or deba any day or my. Good afternoon to you, madam.
Good afternoon, lawyer.
Na ene ewie ete saying. Nyame adom na me se nyankopon be yiwe firi adumu akọ adumu. Na ene ewie edie na yebetimi ayama.
Yeah, me pacha me question no here about Zambrano no. Na my extension no. So me try to say so far and na on my decision 3 days ago. Say on my time I'm another 30 months. But me san can passport ni card no so mo dey na kwamu ba. I'm pacha me say who say Zambrano so be the end 30th dreams ah. Make my application no. Let's say the documents ni my later na ma submit documents na.
I sana meka say yeah. Because un say change too fast. Because time we make a decision no. Na home office enyan concede. Enunti na omoma was 30 months. Nti meka say omaye decision no. I say oma publish say oma concede in the light of Akinsanya no. Enye saje application being for indefinite under the Zambrano no. And the EU settlement scheme. Why?
You. Nah, but I was making a show about one now. Who said more? Making about my one with my yaman.
Said the penny for Sika, you know. Sabio, yes, apple, and so the gumo, and so in so tar. Eddie, in one a sabigum. Sounds of them penny for say, Sir Onsa, a chibayo da, and tis a one sayem. Now, Hannah, justice alone at the stati, and Tijuana so the Entino, yede yo mama. Yede yo mama. Entino, oba, eta meka choma omudi eninya emergency ne say, omunyanto wase mammo amudi akoye emergency no. Because min obi a ne visa do September. Pressure pour de mame no. Anendo ni na friend am say eja. Me serew, me power cho. Enso di unu eko, ma me save o mansa. Because what there no enye emergency. Enti after July no, na metimi aye wo de na ma. Ono so wate mase a eye mede wate ase Enti me sure say obi a wotie bia no ne de kwan kakra dem no on be ma ye time. Enti no me da wase justice and law ye wo mamo. Ye de oba be bɔ modern de ye jasu no ye ni jasu sana tie un say justice and law so de a last stop and you can testify to that.
Oh yes we say I may say ya me it's no mama home we say na I'm part of documents na me dey so to say me a letter from a best school near the planning na before you know.
Definitely. Why? And you know, you better sort to be a person in China. Why? I know what catch any say, Musama Seka Crawa in the penny and in Nipa. With the Sara Mini you. Okay, no problem. Take care. Okay, se opese oso fra yenia ba afre agenedie oso fre na oso so yenye odie ema justice and law die yehoma obia as far as say ye wotiri a esiso ye wo ahoden a moja free sane kwa ebe nyina no na kire se ye de guso ebo adwuma enti no sana justice and law yetie se opese ofra once again the number yes, so opposite offer number no, I mean fan to screen so question be episode bisa by almost. Yes, the number na a good screen is 07538 969 589. Say oh question be about UK immigration nationality law. Over to me after number is so sasuna oh employment issues now and also oh question be a upese ubusa. By all means over to me after sa number is be the there to screen is no number near 07538 969 589. Say oh your radio shy now also opese o type of question neba and also so akonya wo ho ubetimi idea a type of question no idea aba say oh question be by all means Fred, this is the time say them DKNC can you know okay hello. Okay, I may say call now a drop up. We might cringe a call a drop, but with me idea as I idea afraid number no 07538 969 589. Say opese ofre na ubusa question and I say bibisa this is the time or say ofre say one phrase is here and ye kwa na chese enwa enono. If you show no, say them kind no, you busy pa. To be fair, after the show now, we will not entertain questions because amount for life, in danger. Amount for papers, in danger. Intino, Mesri P. I need him. Yemo your homework. Now you fire time and yet a day a juma. Yemi abi aba yem fanona yen heady on so a day ba. Me pacho wana eka saying.
Me pacho ye for me watch mensa me for fee St. Albans.
Watch it mensa St. Albans. Udi sound familiar pao. Udi sound familiar rough. Me sure say was swami ana me boa. Say kumase swami me boa. That's right. Swami ni abrantie. Yeah, great. Udu wasi ache. I'm not sure with you, right?
2.5 would be me already be 10 times. The yoke is a message chako me Zambrano biana.
Okay, no issue of one say unse Zambrano no for primary carers. And he say example, so when me improve say unkwa na wo hwe oba no generally speaking omo emfama especially if some mama so is around and is involved. That is where the problem comes in. Say idea unkwa na ye the primary carer primarily no wona wo hwa akra na eno the Zambrano principles they say yes. And in that case no we be a letter from the Akrani school, Akrani GP, Akrana sorry awoko any people minimum Akrani to confirm say basically you are the primary carer of the child. If that is the case, you can switch to Zambrano. And if you can prove it said that has been the case for at least more than 5 years, then in that case, obit me apply for indefinite. But some family woman, ebia a back of a problem aba. Dear omdi nyankro for penny, ebia ubiaba forward. Example, Bema ba forward, or so no kwane shene bano. Afi omukosha, mamine jakrani benefit, ebia child benefit. A banisana. It's very difficult for you to claim say you are the primary carer because child benefit, you demand the person who is the primary carer of the child. Now, after a conflict about contradiction, now after application, you can refuse. And in your case, if the mameno is in the scene, make us say just follow the 2.5 because they say we can nearly 7 years in here or 7.5. Until I can only 2.5 years to go for you to get your indefinite. Now, Ediasumbiabro.
Pacho we no so the thing say nkola so we to ba koma je bridge no kuna ma no but obane de menje ma no enti o ma me kita 2.5 na so kita 2.5 tin na yebu and I kusuru ni echo and I renew for third one I won't say enti we dey buy any office bia aka you betumi aswitch because nkola me I be dia na so.
Okay, what I will say is say say Movisa no aka how many years I had that so
aka 2 years aka for grandpa no your kwadi enche bia be 6 months you say.
Okay, very good you have nothing to lose by applying by applying under Zambrano. Okay. Why am I saying this? Because your existing leave will not be cancelled. It will still be there under the Akinsanya principles. And only more try Zambrano, no wife in if you are lucky, they will give you both indefinite. Number small job, now yes shortcut. But make sure say 2.5 in Kitano. Memani mukra. Just in case a home office will play smart. Now them no more make a decision, let them no make a decision. Say 2.5 years never have a swan. Saya extension as a backup. Say the ya omo emechero because they see a home office the case in court of appeal. Almost all the application to they are not going to make any decision until say the case has concluded. Well, when in court so case is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, neither so home answer. Ain't no case say odo ni koto Zambrano so. Now okoye ne them ne 2 years. The case has not been concluded. Home office for ain't changing omo policy. Your case is just pending. Now bet no 2 years, 2.5 years nsuko wu. At that point, oba be illegal. Your employer will kick you to come and stay home. Now after ubi bia ba be basa. Enti me kasa me ka say emprofo enye very careful. Enti me can be say okita bibia ana otutu bia de ebene. Enti at all times make sure say you have a visa under 2.5 years. Ye the Zambrano ma indefinite ene kwata ukokra. Nemom obi nim de besi because Zambrano na e controversial. Ana emra so no sebio enti se science no aka say A plus A is B or whatever. So, ready a change it at any time. So the one can be no. And just sana me magine be me.
Sir.
But you make what you say. And you say ebeko one judge was media magine me say you say. Ebeko another judge who are changing agene. And the time beyond the law is all the time changing. And the mechanic say, make sure say you have your 2.5 years in your pocket, whilst your hand is out there looking for Zambrano indefinite, so that at all times, you can be protected.
Lawyer, me patrol also.
No, piety.
Me patrol 86 no. Make me. Who person can see so many say. Make me again because maybe like 2 years.
That's
6 months cry. 2 years cry.
And yes, ubet me aye. Ono yiri ni na ubet me aye. Yes.
Na me background me o ka ho no me patrol.
So we dependent. Mo fa nenka ho. Yes.
Patrol.
Why? And all that you have to do is say keep an eye on your visa.
Lawyer, but mediation office need where side yard now. Lawyer, would be fit. If you are because you will have to some as I say, the BI quite Thomas. Yeah, but all the way Bristol.
Yeah.
Mr. Just no. But dear say, boy, because the same there, you for to take over, Asia for to take over from.
Yeah.
We're money free. The area hot too much.
Yeah. I mean, mete asia pa na
at least the people one day can be a hot so out boy.
Yeah.
Or name say yedi and no be catchy also catchy.
That's right.
They are quite tough when I want to what you say ya. Oh, now we be on Mr. Wa, Modia say lawyers can about what ya the office in your mind. Madam
Roma, Elsunya Mede, why a vision and we are working towards that. Now, Obikaye, every drop of water make a mighty nation. And you say, anybody has our ambition. And by all means, it's in the pipeline. We are looking to expand. And when you say, yes, half a share, but that support, we will get there. Inshallah. Why?
Inshallah.
La ilaha Rahabadu Rasulullah. Nice to hear from you again.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Bye bye.
Okay,
why? Okay, thank you. And also ubetimi afre number no 07538 969 589. Na sanyum we de miami madamfo why puzzle anyumi enkoma oni wabusuafo ene wadofo nyina mu nyina momfa enkyekere more ewiase yemfa nko baby that's it ewiase yemfa nko baby sa na tie. Okay, never quite by Yanfana incident so Edeba. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Good afternoon. My banana is about 10 minutes ago, my son, baby.
What's up, baby? That's right.
Aye. Maybe I could tell me 30 months, he said, I read him from but said, you can watch here and be a bit long. In case, Zambrano, me saying they get one of our mamma. Do you could tell me on anything?
The Kita no, Omunti Yaneshe, and not a show bottom. So, say, I just show bottom away in Pia, Ubinti Minshim. Because a case of Akinsanya no, actually say, Obi, CCA, ekita 2.5 years. Na se oye application under the Zambrano. Ni 2.5 years no, untimin twem, ana untimin reject application no. Home Office for na agiatum, SSHD, say ukita 2.5 years no, empoa. You can still make another application without losing the old rights. I say old application, you know. Okay. But before that, you know, before Akinsanya principle, no, now Home Office for say you can only have one application pending at the same time.
Okay.
Why? Yeah, that was it.
Okay,
bye bye. Yes. Say ubese ofra number no. Aye 07538 969 589. Yenye ba kusu busa. O si home office piece no. I'm updating ana. Relation to registration of children. Adwumene yo de ho. Na unim nyum to de. Ai, odi to kakra bi na menhwe. Okay, Mate. Now, but you want to make us say?
Yo, maybe the many boss lady at mental health Thursdays.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much for your support and for your, contribution and everything. It's wonderful program. I listen to it all the time, but Anna, I have people sitting in front of me, so it's so difficult to pick up the phone and call. As Anna, I say, a professional, but I am Masuti. Now, every problem, by all means, I will call and contribute. You are doing a fantastic, marvelous, work for the community. Ghana for you see, we've got to be forced for good. Now, negativity now, we should try to help our community to move forward. Community be our community center. Busamsa Ghana Community Center way. The Yedimane backbiting any ensem hunu any me feel any a fear do guni pa.
Yes.
Sister, you guys have
it comes from the mind. One say neurotransmitters and many behavior is being corrupted right from childhood.
That's right.
It's difficult to build a cement house on Atapami
foundation.
You are using Atapami foundation for a cement block story building.
What a wonderful analogy. I like that.
Oh, thank you. You see a friend Yabo Abasopa, money Eduma. Yeniso Eduma Power, also so fire live radio.
Yes.
Will be at 0 point after maybe any Obia free Holland and made one contact Amano, say or no Casa, because also person process of pre-settled and settlement something.
Yeah.
It's made one man in terms of so once, but I'm sure say you look after her. Yeah.
So to me send me a text message. Kebe me depanak my friend now. Yetimi as a resolve them fast. Why?
Let I show you.
Or friend or text and uncle Budi now is simple to connect. Why?
Let I show you, Matty.
Meda wasipi. Yes, you seem to encounter. Bye. Hello. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. The family
Emmanuel Yanko.
Me use more NHS. And me daughter. And also my renewal me took 1.5 years. I've renewed it. That was last year. It was supposed to end. It was like an expire 11th of December. But this year moved 2 weeks before 11th of December. But unfortunately, made it call because of me. They asked me almost because I'm saying call back to Eugene. So they give me 6 months to work. So recently, I swore Eugene HR get back to me say I didn't see that store. So they spoke to the Home Office. Home Office, that was last week. I almost say I should go back to work. They extended me way into December, 1st of December. And I want to know, is there anything I can do for them to get back to me as soon as maybe I'm in Yamano? Even though I'm going to go back to Israel, I don't know why they asked me to go back to work without giving me my documents.
Aye. Where sorry, say you are facing this difficulty. Now, any one dear, I have to say, me and our client are near 11 months afina aba. Ebi so dear kwa 1 month, ebi dear kwa 2 months. And sometimes now it's very difficult to say why in tia eche. But from my own common sense, ebia wo case be kono na koto case work bi wo covid aba ebia wayare ebi kro obi ewu. And a big organizations who are outsider elocution shen na ko insider and ridiculousness and ekoso say obi ayare no fa ni da ho a edan tables no ebeda ho saa until say management and I say head of department bi na kuma beto ne yem no afa say there bi enipa na chenti yen share these files ema other people to work on it enti sameti wo na say more allocated cases na woman me pressure say menye 4 cases each day obi dia dia breme no enye priority o dia ya allocate ama me no enu na ye priority na menya kwanya extra work no akwa akoye saa de no exactly enti no enye hwe it's just the logistics any resources are any no enu na sometimes na ema ne basa but I na ye nuanom bi musoso no ebia udu bi kodi nkoma ai eni ache dodo eni we de bibi wo on ka asema be mo akoma mpa to yem na osadi ja asa gu chem enso na hwi ni wo afi ni de adwene create bibia eni ho no but me dear I mean I've been doing this job for 20 years now Mr. T since 2001 you know and you know from my experience I would say about 99% any BB entry it's just that the resources are not there and as a case it me the man will be now you move on your crow from case working to maybe enforcement and as you move the panel from case working to maybe presentation after na case the whole train now after aha na ni na e cause delay enti na edu baby a sana ana eye but what I will say me say 6 months there and me say and share dan che looking at general scheme of things any pandemic any everything na e cause nyina no make say and share dan che nemum edi be 8 to 9 months advice I meet me the man say at that point in it me feel say you have the right to use other resources. What I would say you do, you can get your MP involved. How do you know who your MP is, or how do you know what your where your MP is? Just go to Google and type in "they work for us." They, THEY, work, WORK, for us. Once you go to that site, put in your postcode, your MP details will come up. Any it will populate do you want to send an email or click email na MP email address and page babe da hono now okay one man chronology of events me send him application in March home office you normally expect them to make a decision within 6 months. However, it's now 8 months and I am concerned as a member of your constituent, please use your influence to change the home office for me. MP ekwa onoko top. He doesn't play with the small boys. And your top was it can make a difference. Me and my client similar thing happened. Me know beer I like going to MPs and I say I encourage people to go to MPs. But when it's becoming unbearable, any day at that stage, I have to advise the client for us to use that route. And it's very, very effective. We say what's some yede amount for talk amount. And he says 6 months next one. Na say 6 months in son na wo ko MP wa obaka say
a month ya
aha do we dey na Matias here na me dey emfato ho ama tiefo ni na for the benefit of the tiefo no obi wo ha 5 months no anache ade so aka cho say we aim to make decision within 6 months. It is 6 months in son who are you going to complain to? And to complain you na obi abeka say you are unreasonable. So nemum 6 months in son one can hwe ebia sa beto so 2 months 3 months eno de o kan wase mo de obia beti wase enti na etie for mesremo aya omo ye dede ha nkofo adwene ana me de ko ya 1 month ne bai wo de na che ade lawyer ni nye good ana say ni say munjai na lawyer se for nye modjuma mesremo because ade na 6 months 6 months in so ya ade enti na ko ye dede pata papi to we ye de mra ne wuro enti no ayento boase na embom unya wo kan wasem ye anase unya asempa na wo kan and no na obi aso so etie wasem e can be ma. Enti abesem pii. Wo de no de you are within the 6 months. Totally I accept that. Ba makakra manfra so kakra. And from my first not 6, 7 months, 8 months, and Maya. And if you say any reasonable person will know, say, you are a reasonable man, and therefore something needs to be done. Why?
Yeah, that was and also just a quick question for you. I mean, master in English, me of course be to a moment 10 years to come to 5 years. Because yes, of course, been a past year. I had a certificate added. And I want to know, will they consider me, or is it compulsory for them to consider me to 5 years? And I said, they can decide that they stay in the 10 years frame. I don't know if project any can
Metida, what can I say? Say, opposite or switch 5-year router. And no, with different requirement. I said, faso. So, on top of my head, meeting kind requirement in the straight away. But on top of my head, one of the requirements was that there's a financial requirement to meet. You have to be earning certain amount of money that shows say you are able to look and support yourself without recourse to public funds. 2, in terms of ujina ubasumeboa. In terms of akrane sosono, you have to be the parent, a primary carer of that child, and therefore or the sole carer of that child. It's either primary or sole carer of that child. If that is the case, you are ticking the box. So these are the 2 main things that now very difficult for a lot of people to be able to satisfy. Now you be na a comma mema because a man the type rather than bema. But if the case is opposite, then by all means, if you get in touch, we can go through the criteria and the requirement. If you qualify, we can switch you into the 5-year route. And also, so now you have to do the English test level. Okay.
So I'm just obviously I'll hear from them. So that's what I'm waiting for.
That's fine. And our application, so they would have asked you, say you are going through the 5-year route or the 10-year route.
Yeah, yes.
It's in our meaning box. I will take care. You see, so take care 5. So take care 5-year route, not other requirements, you can satisfy. They will give it to you on a 5-year route. Say unqualifier, they will put you back on. They will give you extension under the 10-year route, so you have nothing to lose.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Why?
It's very important.
Okay, that was it. Patrodini is ABM. Udini is ABM. Emmanuel, Yamini. Okay.
I really enjoyed being on the line with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. May the Lord Almighty bless you.
Thank you. Amen.
Amen. Bye-bye. Yes. Mwana mo friend na yetimi afa, mo so metimi afre. Yes. Hello, good afternoon.
Cousin True Dawson.
Mami Mary Boatma, Queen Mother of Dawson. Oh, Nyankopon adom me ho de eye pa. Bibia ekoso. Ore kodo.
Me say bibia ekoso kama. Na why are they there? I mean, shira doctor na wo de na ba ye no. Na nka mpese na sire born about but na me man ko chance wo problem wo abekasa.
That's right.
And to why are they pa Nyankopon shira doctor na wo de ba o me shia no ma be English word and normal be my time a tea pa. Why are they? Why are they? Now, Empire na me bo ma say Nyankopon be ma ho din na wo mo wo da gem di suki. Nyankopon chi na mo abre aboa wo mo wabre time I was so pon ya wo ko fi de wabre pa.
Yes.
Me ni say Nyankopon ma show me. Na me de ma bi afre wo de boss me year program e friend ma me ni ko. Na lawyer I make get one for me na basho. Me encourage you to every Thursday be a multi boss lady program. Ma me no be ka adwum yale e bo tie ho a e di said ye tete nkola said ye ni di petna said ye ni ekunu mu so tena oba no be chire mu a lawyer why are they pa me just wa kan ma me no why ya dear papa. Now you come be prepare. The Busama, and the 7 lawyer. If you met radio, the Sua. Then you became the uncle of what so you made.
Yeah.
And the Busama, man, or did the friend or catch him to mamma and a lawyer. Who need papa?
Hey, if you see so.
Man, oh, I need a friend and it's any program. No, come on, friend. Hey, can't you say my near to na ma consult me kwa na obonigi lawyer no me po ti mo me hwede you and am see if you any fie no waba ti lawyer I me get so wabo ma me na ma so we share ni no dia adu akiri papa na the program na oba be ye no se wo de tutu no ma bi ho a wo be hu se de wo ni nipa ebetra wo be hu se de wo ni ukunu betra wo be hu se de wo nde wo ma ana obi o tia about you so dia betra because adi we are no I will be asked said what you
yes
and you mo dia na etiefo ya mo mbra na mo metie me mfa mo ebra ti lawyer said asoma meka na meta wa straight e share na na henkan oni so bo adwuma wa chire pa ga me shira no
what is sure
and you better menka
yes so yeda wasi pi na me enshira ene abusuafo ni na so ye chia wo o person ofra oso obetimi afre number no eye 07538969589 na eye drive time eye ya wode bia on Fire Life Radio from 4 till 7. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Also good afternoon Ibi. Number try for say.
You're from David. And Pacho can person to say a quick question, Kakrabi.
Pacho say for say.
You're from David.
David pa.
Pacho.
What the vim pan every the uncle David.
Yeah, Pacho, my question is me cry, can I say? Me cry and feel me really fine. Much media fan, much media mommy invite other woman.
Yes, there is nothing stopping you from inviting someone to come to the UK. So get a 2.5 years visa. Now, I understand sometimes in the home office, they try to be difficult. So, what take boxes meaning now, crana, almost make us who, or you could not answer your year, oba on kubim. And no interest, yen family panel, because sometimes I create a bit of luck. Obek take boxes meaning, I force him in Jiwindi, which is a bit difficult to swallow sometimes. And you know, that's how it is. But so your year there, if you say there is a strong case, but you need to be able to prove say oba obesako. And when a difficult to prove, you know. And you know, do be the best support to say, oh, you be Ghana. Just say on BB aye, or near not just about better animal, or Kubim, or quite sorry be, just a BB when Ghana be a chair say she's got ties and connections to Ghana. No? Of course, you need to demonstrate that. And also to show, say, she will not come and stay here to jeopardize your visa. And therefore, no, I will say the man. But also what I say. It is an aqua. And by all means, wait for my invitation. In fact, as I'm speaking to you, I have a client who has got 2.5 years visa. You invite a neighbor, I said, Omra for holidays. Almost my medicated 2.5 years visa, no, a craneba won't go. Oma money right of appeal. Make a fighting. Emma Mumma the right of appeal. The case Nick or court. Ya really case, you know, as is here making a cranu krumwa. But we fought the case for 2 years. Then you easy.
Okay. And say what I saw Brixton Hua.
Brixton Hua na yebo. Why? No problem. What you need, David? Your boss in meter. Why? Bye bye for now. Yes, so person fra usubeti mi afre number no 075389695989. Sanyu mu ede me bama madam for pose white pose. You know nyame emfa okra ensie. Oni abusuafo nyina ne adofo nyinara Yakopon enye den on den because at this age party now you are not expecting that. But nyame na dema nyame na eje. White puzzle. Na me emfa wo pense what? Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nampacho di listen akase free.
Pacho me di na me kasa free East London.
Na from East London, Nana Yonko.
Pacho bibia boko.
Oh, nyanko pon adom.
Me twin into that papa.
Oh, they can be a yamputo yonko. Yes, yeah, that was it.
Me pacho me visa my application me ma omo Ghana mo you know. 12 and 10 or Banabema. But me yeah around April. But pacho me nti omo kai. Me pese be like how many we are omo like I reply me.
Yeah. The mechanic say we yes settlement application to join a parent or to join a family member apart from EEA applications now. Home Office guidelines say it can take up to 90 days, which is 3 months. And TM say April now or submit your application, you know.
Right.
And from April to May, 1 month. From May to June, 2 months. From June to July, 3 months. To me, if you say too early, and to was more macra. Why? Obika, Kawakuma to him. That's okay. And to take care, why? All the best. Bye bye.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Nampacho di listen akase free.
Program sona.
Live. It's live and colored on Facebook.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with where
private
inquiries about
okay.
Meantime, maybe I'm in flow after the program.
And today send the text message. Why?
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
That was CP. Okay. Bye bye. Now, obi so air frame patrol. Well, now friend no so betimi afre phone calls na clash ana ama no ayedin. Yen hwe, ma me so twi kasa yen friend back na yen hwe de e ma me e de e wo mai ene awie yi.
Hello, Fisi.
Hello, Atia Donko.
Hey, na de
yemi ya samo tebia be free bia na obi gina so. But enya hwe.
Yeah, we get sample afraid at Kokra.
Oh, program
ya mamu nyina. Me frɛ ya manya tablet na so. Nti so ni phone. Tesa na obi frɛ from ni ade.
Oh, sorry about this.
Enya hwe. Me de se obekan mu se ni papi complaining him say na BBC on te ya na wahwe.
So, oh, okay.
O hwehwɛ no baby a wo nti no. I'm require me brave person and me to me nyade asante da nya technology am build me an kamenya na
asemo
asempa the nyame ase pa aya de ne wa ma yenya o ya safo eso abeka ye ho na said the masema America ya anti no na twitwa sisi senia o kan kasa ho asem no na me pepe me bam ebeka bibi hye ni nkran da na se enti nyame ya dom a ya pon ye mekwa kutie na me hu de o kan me tie ni yi pa fi se na afidie na e ha adwen mekwa kutie ni yi pa wa ya de se ba ye mfa emra asem no nkwa na e ma na se de me ba ma me rekua a product of Sertwi kasa me ba no.
Oh, wonderful.
Na mam rekua ma ye hu se adwen mu hare no eye number bia no sa na eye nkata asem so wanhwe ya na wa enya wo de akra wutie bi na akofa awama ya ahomtesem na de ni nyina me ka kosi se emoto ho no dos emoto ho potoka service procrastination esa na bi no beti afia ade na eda wanim asem ya uye so na meye o kira meye bisa no kura we bisa mu no da bia me share ne meyo me share command kofo no ma san ko machi no ma ko bisa won me pa cho the settlement to say dey come one after dey oh e dey say enka ho ayo say
Any I you might be one feel a chiro. I was that time, some cobisa. Says a cobasam, now for the become the canoe and even the sooner but catch a they are teachers, and I. Dear Bibia soon have bit my lawyer. A human away and idiot, and any swan who ran over. I think maybe a bee by me, baby. Then the average. Oh, the
That's right.
Maybe you had how he said. A hard game, why I did. Yamishla, Papa, Doctor, so Yamishla. Now, a classmate, someday, any capa, so no be bringing a go school and bring your boom. No be any BB and a Messiah Kushia.
That's right.
Any can fair walk into the Yamiasi or don't summon them sada. A dear this and is here or also deba at the other boy. The Yankee can't be a boom. Now, the Kum Gary in the fan and the fans who Gary being Kum. The Damascena. No, me, son, Monty and so. Yemfa ifie edienso emra
Wanu sham mami yeda wasipi nyame enshira no onye okesi
anyame tra pa waba asetna aka wildlife radio mami boss leading so yeda wase then amuduma die so ne anya amre kuan so orai abeka ho a wo kirekire niam na ayi adwemhare de tuasite e wo ba bia Osrika sekra so ajuma ayo
that was CP. Ma Mr. Chikasana Botene Kano and the nomias pepe on Fire Life Radio. Just say, you know, what can you say? For a video network, niti asema, it will make a difference. Ewo life positive impact. And the nomiasa yemfanto Fire Life Radio TV and Fire Life Radio Facebook. And I said, tune in, baby, she Fire Life Radio, we jad them, obetienka. Let us see. Afina you about so for your last caller. Wa fresh so now just say unfortunately now I am BBB or anything I'm been trying some friend back so betting afar. When to me and the next stage you know I was here the neighbor in the way because I Eugene for nearly how many nearly 3.5 hours. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Darko.
You are live on Facebook. Nampacho din de say na kase free.
Bacho me kase from Milton Keynes, from Kwabna say.
Kwabna say from Milton Keynes. Now Milton Keynes bibia boko ewo hode.
Bacho ahaboko.
Ye da nyame ase. Na Kwabna say de na ene ewie bitin aya ma.
Me bacho my ye puses jama me wife me ba. Na me ritu mu at a call 9 months me ti omonka. Na sisi na me brebe di number na mami so we live program ti me from in church Martin mu na me fe wa we ti gwa.
Application be na wo ye mpacho.
Me European family distribution application.
Enti omo outside the UK na say omo kromo.
Yeah, omo Ghana.
Omo Ghana. Okay. Interesting things have happened. But menka embu name the mechanic say omo you basically you have to so what your advice ne bit me aboa asma mechanic say this week and the last week 2 of my cases European applications here be almost submit application some time ago na same one na email say oma make a decision enti omeje omo passport omo kwaji passport na visa mum no refusal letter enti no na menti ase na mebu afu kakra se now we refuse na ka reason kro wo dia man so a ese odibom but you cannot do this enti no omo frɛ me ka kire me no na mega like akra because omo je visa no omo je passport no mo bi so no visa mum mo so no refusal letter mo so ma musa question bia na mo dan wani enti eho no ana eha adwene kakra enti be sam mo call back ana no mo kasae ense na omo culture me say omo yo mo fingerprint no for whatever reason it did not go through
for all this while now
for all this while no so Ain't it lucky for me? They say Wednesday nyamai, 30th of June nyamai. Ain't it every number say message so another application ma wo. And son am will complain bia me dey complain nako. Patcho dem make what you see. Ain't you know my fresh application. Me ba be chiri mo keka madwene. Na emom I have to bring it to the attention and say that is not on. You cannot do that to someone. Omo be trained nearly 9 months. Now ba be can say we actually no. Why? Oh, enye fair, enye nice. But it's happening to some people. And you know
okay. Because of my application last year October it's been from Tuesday to year. And I'm my application. Me I mean no mo busa me date no. I'm say okay, me show my 2 weeks time. Man show mo come sama me number be said me friend na me fa code no ma.
It may also be say ABI because of COVID and cause a bit of delay because more clients be so omo de HS papa bi anema 4 okako 4 maba edem uche be 9 months so call in crafo ni na e dia ma wo.
Okay.
It be on ma just unfortunate situation. Na emom de so ka kiro mo ne say kwaje passport na omumie so e wo hwa. Say bibia moma they should be bold and ask questions. Say momu refuse they should be bold and ask questions. Because say ye the amount now when we say question na me am team be we will say omo pa kire say I mean what answer do you expect me to give you? Enti we dey ye come atiefo nyina. Say omo kona so omo kwaje passport na omo biem from 1 to 0. No making sure service anibum. A moment they have to be given a refusal letter. Say a moment they need to ask why. So that who are na mo bia na what. If I just what you say.
Pacho material.
Okay, that was CP.
Yo, Pacho me se no man anything here na metro na.
No problem. Why? That's Justice and Law Solicitors.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, that was CP. Bye. And you know, me say ye de dwumadie no ebeba na wie ya brusu bia na edro ebejewa ene atrema. Enti ye damase etiefo ese eneso so mase madaje na mo de mo fidie no ato Justice and Law Solicited Fire Life Radio na mo tie biga matters. Okay. We are still live on air. Hello.
Hello, I'm Pacho, my friend, and chair, yeah, but if it's a question back, account Pacho.
Okay, Yanko, live on Facebook, right?
Actually,
okay.
If Pacho, me person, me name is Morgana, but no marriage certificate, no, my marriage, me, and no, and it was or say me for divorce or Ghana.
A choice. With me and Ghana, with me and Krumu animal. But the women when they say, Sena marriage no a customary marriage. Ayana oya customary divorce na sometimes the Kruma for no omo play funny games in which they wouldn't want to accept it. And the question is a customary marriage and as a civil marriage.
Civil marriage because it was signed or court or Ghana.
Okay. So a civil marriage there with me and Ghana, a Kruma for will accept it straight away. Why?
Pacho.
Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and you know, sana etie, yedi big yedi jumadi na banawi yesisia. Nyankopɔn dom yeda mu nyina amase, motie de de abremo ene awie ene anopai ene enumrei. Ni nyina ne baabi a wotie ye free. Na wotwe sene Nyankopɔn de kye ya. Yakopon Eddie. Hello, you are live on Facebook. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Pacho di sana kase free.
Pacho, my name is our program. Open the number, mommy. So I was just calling. I didn't know you have a Facebook program.
Yeah, we are doing Facebook program. So if it's not something that should go on air, and if you call us on Monday, we'll be happy to speak to you. Why?
Okay.
Thank you for your understanding.
But can I ask a question then?
Sure, you can ask a question. Now, it will also benefit someone on Facebook. Yes, by all means.
Okay. Now that the Europeans are going out, what are the benefits one can get when it comes to someone who is married to a European, but have not yet done the application?
Okay. Very good question. I mean, people should realize, the Europeans coming out does not mean that if you are married to European national, you cannot come to the UK. However, they will treat the application under British immigration law. So, for example, your husband or your partner has applied for settlement scheme and he's been granted indefinite leave to remain. If your husband wants to invite you to join him in the UK, you have to pass the English test under British immigration rules. Your husband has to work and earn at least £18,600 under British immigration rules. Your husband must prove that there is accommodation. When you come, there will be somewhere for you to stay. Your husband will have to pay application fees and the NHS fees amounting to about £3,600. Under European law, you don't pay this, you don't do English test. So with the context, everything is changing, but it's still possible under the immigration rules.
Okay, now, so please, is it too late to do the application?
It's not too late. However, the rule is that if you are outside the UK and you're already married and you have your marriage certificate, by all means, you can put in the application between today and Wednesday before the deadline comes, basically.
Okay.
So it's not too late. You can do the application. Provided that you have the ingredients.
For the soup.
For the soup, exactly. So, for example, you call me and you say, well, I'm a Ghanaian, I live here, my husband is European national living in the UK. Can I still do my application? Yeah. The first thing I'm going to ask, are you married? Do you have a marriage certificate?
Yes.
Your husband, is he working? Your husband, is he in the UK? Has he applied for settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme visa? Your husband, does he have a tenancy agreement? Do you have any evidence that should show that your relationship is ongoing and subsisting from the date of meeting up to present? So you meet up, you form your relationship, and then it leads to marriage up to now. Evidence of communication. If you're able to get all this, then of course we can quickly put in the application between now and Wednesday, so that you avoid paying all the fees under the immigration rules, so that you avoid doing the English test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, my second question is, my husband has got two brothers in Ghana, which he's been remitting
money to,
for. Yes. But one of them was still pushing if he could come to the UK. Now, I don't know whether that is possible.
At the moment, it's not possible under the settlement scheme. It would have been possible before 31st of December 2020.
Okay.
Under the settlement scheme, extended family members are not covered. Only immediate family members, which is also coming to an end on 30th of June. So he should just explain to his brothers, look, I want to help, but it's not possible under the law. I have sought an advice and it's not possible. Unfortunately, some people, when you tell them the truth, they don't like it. But the truth is the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's if they are in Ghana or outside Ghana.
Whether they are in Ghana or in the UK, EU nationals can no longer, under the EU settlement scheme, apply for their extended family members to join them. The law has changed. Since 1st of January 2021.
Okay, sir. I think I will call you back later.
No problem.
After the program.
Okay, thank you very much.
There's something which is I'm not very sure of, but I'll call you back.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your sincerity.
No problem. Thank you. Have a nice day. Right.
I need to.
Let's bring the program to an end. It's nearly 4 hours now. I can't believe this. So I'll bring the program to an end. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to. Oh, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. People don't want me to finish the program today. Hello. Good afternoon, good evening to you.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you might be a number some phone. Eugene, okay, yeah,
but I want to say, me bra, teacher, Ghana. Yeah, both me sister and brother, me teachers Ghana, and me tell me can make a moment 2.5, and the person can money invite and from bra. Is that possible?
Yes. It is possible, and when I say on convincing evidence to prove, we say, Omokwa Ombesaba. And to talking about this, maybe next week. I need to treat this topic because let me say a lot of people are asking questions about this visitor's application. Any evidence that you need to prove intention. Because they're very difficult. He says, how do you prove someone's intention? A DNA will be here to show any panel besako. And I need to research into this. Now my examples. Said they be a better understanding. And before you do the application, no let me not just what me idea.
Because I teach and the minimum say then can I obey teacher if you send them to yourself because teacher you definitely will retain it.
And you're definitely to be a doctor some more monko. It's a teacher no a factor of be taking it into account. So because we're a professional, our professional job. Then they will look at the income. Because we're a teacher, now say we even saying £200 a month. Now, said you, which will be real room. Not me, you manage £800 a month. And even I want and to work. It is Anna Kwakoye. It is Saturday next week. Remember be treaty, visitors application, each ingredients, any requirement for each ingredient, any how to meet those requirements and those ingredients. Not a boy in why?
But wait, I would like to say, obey the crana. Say it's possible, say, but you may application.
Oh, and wait till I make us a me brain and went to our minia. Sure, I'm Wessica. Don't even as well anywhere. That's it. And to take care and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
My son look text me WhatsApp messages night.
No problem. And remember my method. You see pressure damage so power and for applications SME. In Tabia any nana say china. Ebia during the course of the week. Why? But that's it. Yamini or Yanko Ponchira. That's it. Bye bye. Aha. Ti afide we dey mesrem phone calls mo bia free view. Yentimi emfa bi. Na afi yemfa dwumadi no enye de emra na wieye. Medemu nyina mase, you have all taken part in the program. Mama program now are a wonderful show today. Dr. Eugene Dordoye. Also, thank you very much for joining us today and for your contribution and also for your willingness to come on board and to help our people. I will also say this in your SND text. Or see home office fees, or more upgrade yana. Or more any changes here. Into naturalization application, it still stands, you still have to pay. Even though some time ago, Omoka say baby change, SMP. Say ubedi actually dia and sha, just say your friend is a Metusala time. Into I didn't do Uosika no I na a few or no sumajo. Because me try one sha obeko unruda. Because home office is cricket a woman. Omunya your monsasia a very difficult to open their arm. It's best say, oh, we application in a time as one. Just pay and do it and get out of the way. So policy never be sure say omometrium seeking and they will backdate it and call these people to come for their monies. Until they meet me, I can't afa no. Yakupon en show me na the demu na masi say eneso so my wabe can't ye home ewa fi Yakupon en show me na the demu na masi say eneso so my wabe can't ye home ewa. Yes, Nyankobo Asia Munyina. Next week, you will say share being the very visitors application, and to tell your brother to tell a brother to tell a brother. Big it up to you. We will bring it to you next week. Nyankobo and come on, and the Munyina must say, also, assume you and come on, and I must say, Mama bye.